What up? What up? What's going on, guys? What's going on? I need to know, man. I need to know who you guys are picking. I really need to know who you guys are picking tomorrow, man. We got a big fight tomorrow. Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder. Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder, man. Fight of the year right now, man. Super excited. I need to know, man, where you guys, who you guys are picking, man. Who are you guys picking for the fight? I want to know. I'm actually going to go ahead and put this link right there in the description. And I want you guys to come in here and chop it up with me. I want you guys to come chop it up with me. I want you guys to talk to me, man. I want to see what you guys think, man. It's a very weird fight, man. It's got some weird energy. We saw what happened in the first fight. We saw what happened in the last fight. And both fights are super exciting. The first fight, super exciting, man. Tyson Fury was put on a boxing clinic and got dropped. Boxing clinic got dropped again. It was just a good fight, man. You know what I'm saying? And then you saw the second fight, man. Tyson Fury just went in there and just took it to him. And then a lot of people went ahead and felt like Tyson Fury cheated, this, that, and the other. So, you know what I mean? I want to talk to you guys, man. So I want you guys to click that link, come in here, man, chop it up for a few minutes, right? I'm not going to give you a full interview, but I want to hear your opinion. I want to see what you guys are talking about, all right? We got my man, Shamari. What's good, champ? I can't hear you. Shamari. You gotta fix that. You gotta fix that volume. Can't hear you. It's no audio. Shamari, man, I'm gonna kick you. Come back.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now, Shamari. What's
Okay.
going on?
Yo, what's up, coach? It's good to meet you, man. Hey, I just want to say thank you for all the podcasts, all the, teaching me how to box, man. I appreciate you, coach.
Hey, no problem, man. I appreciate you supporting the channel, man. So talk to me. Who you got tomorrow?
I was thinking Tyson Fury was, he's coming with his A game, but Deontay's been, I know he's been training, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I'm just hoping that it will go the distance. That's what I'm hoping for, to be honest.
You gotta give me a prediction, man. You can't be scared to put it out there, man. I need to know. I know you got something in your head, man.
Okay. I think Deontay Wilder may land that right hand if he comes with superior defense and be ready with that footwork and be ready to fire that jab and just set up off the jab. I think he may do it.
What makes you think he's gonna do it this time?
He said that he was ready. He wasn't gonna let Tyson bully him this time, and he said he had more time to train, at the weigh-in, and I don't think they were just being lazy. You know what I'm saying? So
he came in heavier than he did the last fight. He came in at 235 pounds, but so did Tyson Fury. You think that's gonna make a difference?
I mean, of course it is. Tyson already has the game plan because he did it once to him already. You know what I'm saying? But I think Wilder may be more prepared this time. Like, be prepared for everything instead of being arrogant. Like, yo, I'm just gonna knock you out. But really put in that boxing technique that you talk about so much. Coach, I focus so much on defense. That's so important. But of course, you said fire off that jab because that's also, you said the offense is also defense as well. I remember you said that in one of your videos. So that's my. I hope that makes sense. That's my prediction.
All right, Shamari, that's what's up, my brother. I don't know if you got any of my courses, but I got them right now, 75% off. So if you appreciate those, go ahead and get that defensive principles 101 if you're into defense.
I feel you, and I'm on my way to work right now, Coach. But I'm definitely gonna get one of them courses. And I just want to say thank you again, Coach. Man, I really appreciate you.
You the man, my brother. Thanks for coming in.
Hey, God bless you, Coach. Have a good one, man.
You too. All right, we got a special guest. We got a special guest, man. What's going on, man? Who you got, man? Who you picking? Let me know.
First of all, I need to address what Bull just said. He was like, yeah, if he come in with that special footwork, that defense, what? Wilder with footwork and defense. But yeah, I'm taking, you already know, man, Tyson Fury, mid to late TKO like last time.
You got him mid to late TKO?
Yeah, I like Malik Scott as a trainer. But
now, Tyson Fury, did you hear what Tyson Fury said about Malik Scott when they asked him?
No, what he say? Of course, he probably played the shit out of Malik.
They at the weigh-in, they asked Tyson Fury. They said, how do you feel about Malik Scott training Deontay Wilder? He said, I don't think nothing. He said he got one shit house teaching another shit house how to box. Malik Scott couldn't fight, and neither can Deontay Wilder. So how do you feel about that? Considering we know Malik Scott personally, but how do you feel about him saying that? Do you feel like he's got a point, or do you feel like he's bugging when he said
he knows Malik know the craft and all that. Everybody who round box and who box know Malik can box and that he could break down the science. My thing is, Wilder's 36 years old. So people expecting him to revamp and all of a sudden become this technician and crafty fighter and can box with Fury. No, Wilder's only chance is that right hand. Maybe go to the body more because the body don't move like the head. Only right hand chance in that. I expect the same shit. Fury gonna fight him in the inside, break him down, TKO.
Nah,
this time nobody throwing in the corner. The referee gonna wave that shit like you getting your ass whooped too much, homie.
Right. All right, Johnny, listen, I'm going to get you out of here, but I'm going to bring you back in, all right? I want to see what some other people got to say. All right, my boy. All right, so we got 1 for 1. We got one person picking Deontay Wilder, one person picking Tyson Fury. If you want to come on in here and chime in, hit that link that is in the description. Get in here. Come voice your opinion. I want to hear what you got to say, man. Let's see what some of the comments is talking about, though. DMC said he's first. What's good, man? You get the first title, man. My boy Shorty said, what's happening, coach? What's good, champ? Crown said he got Fury. James Lightfoot, Wilder by KO. My man Garnett, Wilder with the shock. My boy Lee Mundo. I'm from Manchester, so obviously Fury is my guy. I think Wilder wins by KO. Damn, you should come in here, Lee Mundo. I want to hear why you would want to go against somebody, you know what I mean, from your home. You know what I'm saying? Big Cat Wilson, Wilder bringing the WBC home. Yo, it's mixed emotions right now. And I'm going to be honest, man, looking from the outside in, there's something about the energy right now that's leaning toward Deontay Wilder. I don't know what it is. But I do feel that Tyson Fury is the better fighter. If you had to ask me as a betting man who I would pick, I'm going to, lean toward Tyson Fury based off the attributes, the height, the weight, the skill set. But there's something in the air. And I don't know what it is, man. It's got that maybe it's the October, the spookiness right now going on. But it just feels like Wilder might do something. He might land that big right hand. I mean, I don't know. Sardi said Wilder. Black said, we know Fury about to win. 1 of 1. Wilder by 5th round KO. Man, we getting mixed answers in here. Tyson Fury in 6. My man Mark said they are still in 2 different weight classes. Yeah, that's a fact, man. You got a guy coming in at 274 pounds? I'm not sure, but he's coming in pretty heavy. But Wilder's coming in heavy, and Wilder said it. The reason he's coming in heavy is because he already knows Tyson Fury is going to try to lay on him. He's going to try to put that weight on him, something that he did in the first fight. So it's very smart, and he's doing a lot of bench pressing, right? A lot of people might have thought that he was bench pressing because he wants a big punch, but he's bench pressing so he could get him off. You know, if Fury tries to put that weight on him, he's like, get off me. You know what I'm saying? He's used to pressing 350, he said he's been pressing. So if Tyson Fury can't put that weight on him, does that weight backfire? Having all that extra weight in the later rounds, you know what I'm saying? If you don't get Wilder out of there in the first 4 rounds, does that extra weight start to weigh on you? You know, round 7, 8, 9, 10, or is Tyson Fury just used to it? You know what I'm saying? What do y'all think, man? Hit that link, ladies and gentlemen. Hit that link. Get in here. J-Rock said, Wilder has obviously been working hard on his weaknesses, so it's not going to be an easy win. Wilder in 8. Damn. Wilder in 8. My man Charlie said, your channel is awesome, Anthony. Always quality. I appreciate you, champ. I appreciate you showing love. Devin Cruz said, Wilder. My man Raymundo Lana said, Coach, love your channel. Fury in 6. Damn, Fury in 6. Hit that link. If you want to come on here and voice, don't be scared. Don't be hiding behind the computer, man. Come in here and let it be known. Show your face. Let it be known. I want to hear an educated boxing mind. If you're not educated in boxing, then don't click the link. But if you know what you're talking about, get in here and let me know your honest opinion on why you feel whoever's going to win. All right? I want to hear it. I want to hear it tonight. I'm in the mood to hear opinions. Pearl Nelson, Wilder by KO in the 3rd. Damn. In the 3rd. You think he's just going to go out there guns blazing from round 1, or you think he's just going to time one in the 3rd round? Which one is it? My boy, YUG, what's good, man? Talk to me. Can't see you. Where you at? Oh, he backed out. My boy backed out. We got 420 Boxing Network. Fury in 10 rounds or less. Damn. Well, that's not a bad prediction. 10 rounds or less. That's reasonable. You know what I'm saying? I can't be mad at a prediction like that. Wilder, 9th round TKO. 9th round KO, I should say. Daily Thoughts. What makes you say that, Daily Thoughts? My man Jay Love said Wilder is stopping Fury. He's going to go out there. He's going out there out of shape. How is Fury going to be elusive all night long? All right, I got somebody who's got something to say about that. Johnny, you back?
Yeah.
You didn't even give me a chance to invite you back, man. Let me. All right, so
man, we gotta make it entertaining.
Here's why I brought you back. Wilder is stopping Fury. He's going in there out of shape. How is Fury going to be elusive all night long? I know you're a big Tyson Fury fan. How is he going to do it at 270-something pounds? Is he going to be able to do it all night long? Pause.
If people think that Fury's out of shape, they delusional. Same shit they were saying last time. Yo, he ain't in shape. The dude never has a 6-pack, so stop worrying about body structure.
So you think that the extra weight is what? Muscle?
Yeah.
Hold on, Johnny. I'm gonna bring you back in. We got Rap Star.
How's it going, Coach? How you doing, mate? It's Rap Star all the way from London, England, bro.
Oh, you from where?
London, England, mate.
London, England in the house. What's good, man? Big shout out to London, England. Let me hear your opinion.
Hey, yeah, Coach, before I give you my opinion, I've been watching your channel, and I like what you do for boxing. I like your intake. So, you know what I mean? I'm subscribed to you. So yeah, respect to you for what you do for boxing, man. And I know you hang out with Eddie. Eddie hangs out. I've seen Eddie come over to England and hang out with the Furies when he was training with Peter Fury, bro. So look, man, respect to what you do for boxing. But look, man, I think this is, the Wilder I saw today, the Wilder I see, and the aggression I see in Wilder. It reminded me of the Wilder who wants to come, and he's a kind of the guy that was going to give everything to the ring. So I like the energy I saw with him in the weigh-in today. Wilder's at his biggest though, and I don't know if a man like Deontay Wilder can carry that weight. We already know that Deontay Wilder's got he's got certain stamina issues. He's not got the greatest gas tank. So for that weight that he's built in muscle, coach, for me, I don't know if that's going to play a factor because, the Furies can see that this guy is heavier than he's ever come. But we know Fury, he can fight at that weight because he's a massive man. But with Deontay Wilder being the heaviest he's ever been for the biggest fight in the world, facing his demons, for me, Fury's got to take him into the later rounds because, Deontay Wilder's going to have to carry that weight. And is that going to be beneficial for him? Because for me, I think that's going to go against him. But Deontay Wilder's got everything to gain in the first 5 rounds. And I believe that's what I believe. He's got everything to gain in the first 5 rounds. But after 5 rounds, if he's still, and he's on the back foot, and Tyson Fury's pushing him back, then I do feel that Deontay Wilder will come out of his game plan and Tyson Fury will take it to him. That's what, it's too much weight. What do you think about the weight?
I love your analysis, man. I love your analysis. I can tell you're very educated. I can tell you know the game. Very, very good analysis on your behalf. A lot of people feel that the extra weight is going to benefit Deontay Wilder, and it may benefit him early, like you said, and it may benefit him in the clinches. But you're right. As the fight wears on, I can see it going against him because we all know that guys, when they pack on muscle in the later rounds, they seem to get gassed. Remember, it takes oxygen to fill that muscle. So I agree with you, man. I think you got some good points.
And the other thing is, coach, Deontay Wilder has to stand his ground. He's a come forward fighter and he fights his best when he's coming to you. If Deontay Wilder starts moving backwards, that for me is a detrimental situation for a man who's carrying that kind of weight. He needs to bring that weight and he needs to push that weight and he needs to bring it early. But again, there's never been a guy who's punched as hard as him in this division as well. And he does have that punch.
Now, let me ask you, I was going to ask you that. Quick question. I want to ask you that. And I want to hear your opinion. We saw the first fight. And we saw that Wilder can get he can get that right hand to that chin. He did it 2 times in the first fight. Now, the second fight, yes, we already know that he got basically bum rushed. But in the first fight, he was able to get that hand to that chin. Do you not think there's a chance that could happen again? But this time be lights out?
Well, of course, that's the whole reason that everybody will still be interested and know that Deontay Wilder's got the X factor. We know that Deontay Wilder carries that punch in the right hand that can put anyone to sleep, right? But the thing is, we've got a Tyson Fury who's actually coming to Deontay Wilder now. So the thing about it is, right, nobody believed Tyson Fury the last time when he said that he's going to bring it to Wilder, he's going to push Wilder back, he's going to take Wilder's game plan away from him, and he's going to start landing lever on him. Everybody said, you're stupid. Fury can't play that game with him. But he says, no, I'm with the Kronks and Sugar Hill, and I've got a game plan for Wilder. Trust me, on the 12th round, I hurt him. I'm coming in like it's the 13th round. We thought he was crazy giving us that opinion or that analyst. But when he did it, boy, he did what he said he was going to do, coach. He did exactly what he said he was going to do. So for me, at the end of the day, how can I go against a man who's already shown me he did what he had to do with Klitschko and he did what he had to do with Wilder? So it's hard to go against Fury. All right, and he's got the better skills.
So final prediction, so I can go ahead and get somebody in here. Let me know.
Yeah. Hey, listen, respect for you. I have rap star boxing knowledge on your panel. It's my first time over here. My prediction is this. I'm going to give it a bit of a sneaky prediction. I'm going to say Wilder can do something within the first 5 rounds, but after 5 rounds, I've got a Fury stoppage on the 9th round. I believe Fury is not going to take no chances early. I think Fury's going to weather the storm, and then he's going to start bringing lever on him when he realizes now he's confident and he's comfortable with bringing it to Wilder. That's what I think.
What rap star? You're very educated, man. I really appreciate your opinion. And just because I'm saying that he's educated because you know, he's picking Fury, that doesn't mean to my Wilder people that you're not educated. I just like how you broke down your opinion, man. Yo, so blessings, man, and big shout out to you in London. You heard?
Yeah, respect to you, mate. Keep doing what you're doing.
My brother, take care. Bring in Dre.
Hey, what's up, Coach?
What's up, champ? Talk to me.
I got an interesting prediction for the fight. Deontay Wilder, I think he's reinventing himself as a fighter. It's from what I've been hearing throughout, from Malik Scott, from Tony Jeffries, who trained him. I'm saying, Tyson Fury.
Tony Jeffries.
Yeah, I watched Tony Jeffries' show. He was talking about how he trained Wilder in the past, and the Wilder. And Deontay Wilder is doing everything different this time around.
Oh, okay.
But one thing I think Tyson Fury also, I think, has been working hard. I know everyone's saying he's ducking Wilder, he faked COVID, all that, but I really don't think I really don't think he was ducking him. I think Deontay Wilder will win by unanimous decision. It will not be a stoppage.
You got Wilder by decision.
Yeah.
Okay. That's that. You're probably the first person I've heard say that, but okay. So let's remember this, ladies and gentlemen. Let's remember Dre. Dre said Deontay Wilder unanimous decision. All right. We're gonna remember you, Dre, if you're right, man. You're a genius. All right, but go ahead.
The reason I think that is because Fury is the best defensive fighter in the heavyweight division. And Deontay Wilder is the best offensive fighter in the heavyweight division. Like, even for a big dude, Fury can move. And he's fat. He's not even muscly. He's fucking fat, bro. And he can still, like, move like anybody else. And his record proved that.
Now, what made you say Deontay Wilder is the best offensive fighter? Because I don't know I agree with that. I think I disagree with you there. But go ahead.
As far as power.
Okay, so he has the biggest
punch.
He got the biggest punch in the heavyweight division.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's a different thing. That's a different thing.
I mean, that made him champion for some time.
So what makes you say, let me ask you a quick question before I let you go, and then we're going to let the people, you know, drop in some more messages. You said that Tyson Fury has the best defense in boxing for the heavyweight division, correct?
I think so, yes.
Okay. And then you said that Deontay Wilder has the biggest one-punch knockout power. Because first you said offense, but we fixed that. So now you're saying he got the best one-punch knockout power, correct?
Yes.
How is a man with only a one-punch knockout power going to win on decision against the man with the best defense in heavyweight?
I think he's going to aim for the body more.
To you.
I think he's going to aim for the body more, and he'll get more shots in because Fury will be anticipating what he always does. Deontay Wilder's signature move, the 1-2. And I think that there's gonna be a lot of surprises in this fight. So we gotta.
All right, Dre. Well, listen, I'm gonna come back to this. I'm gonna make sure I remember your name. You got my boy. One of my homeboys' name is Dre, so it ain't gonna be hard for me to remember your name. If you're right, if Wilder wins by decision based off new offensive tactics, I will definitely be shouting you out.
All right. Appreciate you having me on the show.
All right, my boy. Take care. All right, you heard it, man. We got Dre saying decision. People, talk to me, man. I need to hear you guys' opinion, man. Talk to me, man. This is interesting because we're getting a lot of mixtures in here. We had somebody say Wilder, then Fury, and now Wilder. So we're 2 for 2. We 2 for 2 as far as people who had the guts to press that button and hop on here. So you know, let me hear what You guys think? My man said if Wilder loses, do you think he retires? My personal opinion, no. I think it would be way too soon for him to retire. I'm pretty sure Wilder has plenty left to offer the heavyweight division, even after a loss to Fury, if he loses. Because we got to remember that Fury is arguably the best heavyweight in the division. So if you lose to Fury, there's no reason to retire, in my personal opinion. All right, hold on. Let's go ahead and bring Gator in here. Oh, it's loading up on your side, Gator. We'll see if this connection works. If not, we could bring you back in.
What's up, Coach?
What's up? What's up, brother?
Hey, how you doing, man? I just wanted to step in and
where you from? Talk to me. Where you from?
I'm from Texas, man. I'm from Beaumont, Texas, right here by Houston.
Okay.
I've been waiting for this fight for a long time, my brother. This is my birthday weekend, and my birthday will be fulfilled with Wilder getting a knockout in the 8th round. I stand on it.
Wilder with an 8th round knockout. Now, what makes you say he's gonna win by knockout, and what makes you say the 8th round?
What you say, Coach?
What? Why do you say the 8th round? Why did you pick the 8th round for Wilder to knock out Fury?
The reason why Fury gonna go in this fight thinking he finna get the same fighter. And this man been working hard for a long time. And Fury gave him all this time to get his game back up. And I'm telling you, the reason why I picked the 8th round, because the first 5 rounds, they don't feel each other out. But come to the 6th round, it's gonna be dominant. He gonna take it to Fury, and by the 7th round, he gonna wear him down, and 8th round, lights out. And he won't get up.
All right, well, it's your birthday weekend.
I stand on this, Coach.
Hey, listen.
I stand on this 100%.
Gator,
just remember my name.
I'm gonna remember your name, and I want to say happy birthday to you early. You know what I'm saying? And we'll see if you get your birthday wish.
Yeah, our connection breaking up a little bit.
Yeah, we're breaking up. But did you hear what I said? We breaking up. That's all right, man. My boy Gator with the 8th round knockout prediction over Deontay Wilder for his birthday weekend, man. Big shout out to you, Gator, man. Happy birthday, man. I hope you have a great birthday weekend. Hopefully there's some super excitement. A lot of people picking Deontay Wilder, man. So that's another one for Deontay Wilder. So I think Deontay Wilder is up right now. Deontay Wilder is up as far as decisions go. Hold on, let's bring Gator back in. We lost connection. Go ahead, Gator. Let's finish up a few words. You there? Nope. All right. My boy Gator we having some technical difficulties, man. Them gods. I put 50 on Fury by KO. Do you think the adding weight can take some power away from Deontay? I don't think it's going to take power away from Deontay, but I did agree with Rapstar when he said that it may be detrimental to him as the fight wears on. I think it's going to definitely, obviously, help him with some strength. It's going to be harder to tie him up. It's going to be harder to keep him in those clinches. So, I do think that there's a pro and a con to it. You know what I'm saying? We got Kenneth Johnson, Wilder by KO. Ramon, I got Fury by TKO. Damn. Fury by TKO. I mean, he did get a TKO in the last fight, so he might be able to do it. I'm putting my money on Tyson Fury. Psychologically, having depression can take you to certain places when the going gets tough. Believe me, Tyson will bag the win. We'll see. We'll see. We got another one. Wilder 6-round KO. So do you guys see a trend here? You guys see a trend? You got one person Wilder, one person Fury, one person Wilder, two people Fury, two people Wilder. Two. This is a 50-50 fight when it comes to picking who you think is going to win. This is a 50-50 fight as far as who you think is going to win, because you got is even on that level. Now, is it a 50-50 fight? That I can't answer. But as far as what the people are saying, it's 50-50. So I'm pretty excited now to see what the outcome is going to be between these guys. You know what I'm saying? One second. All right, we got a super chat. $10 super chat, man. Thank you so much. Real dude uprising. If Wilder used that added muscle and stay low and mixed level. Let me reread. Sometimes I read too fast. I don't know what the hell I'm reading. If Wilder uses that added muscle to stay low and mix level on Fury and torture him, that's his main path to beating Fury. So you believe that the added muscle is going to help Deontay Wilder if he goes ahead and he stays low and mixes up the power. Okay, that's what's up, man. And I want to say thank you for the super chat, man. Highly appreciate it, man, for everybody who's supporting right now. And if you don't do super chats and you want to get more value, go get a course. CA Power Hour, 75% off. Basically my Black Friday deal right now. Let's go ahead and bring in my man. Is it Crown or is it Crown?
Yeah, it's Crown. I made a mistake.
Okay, it's Crown. What's good, Crown? Talk to me.
What's up, bro? I fuck with you.
Appreciate it. What's good?
I think it's too early for Wilder to be fighting. I think he should have took a warm-up fight. I think he's going into this fight traumatized, and the whole Ronda Rousey, right? When she came back after her knockout, the first punch she took, she was back in the days, and she went back to her roots of what she knew. I feel like the same thing could happen to Wilder. It's too early for him, and he's going into the fight with too much rage.
Now, hold on, real quick. Before you say that, did you see the weigh-in today?
Yeah, I saw the weigh-in.
Did you hear what Wilder was saying? It seemed like he was the calm one, and it seemed like Tyson Fury had the rage.
Yeah, but I feel like he still didn't take no accountability for why he lost. I think he's working on the wrong things. He's working on his power. He's bench pressing. It's unnecessary. That's not what made him lose. This is defense, his footwork. That kind of stuff he should work on. Making excuses and not taking accountability, he's never going to learn. He's going to go to the fight the same fighter. He might be stronger, but
Okay, well, hey man, I like what you're saying. So, what's your final prediction?
I feel like Fury might take him out early.
Oh wow, Wayne, I think you're the first one today voicing that on camera, saying you think it's so. So, if you had to make a prediction and you want to be accurate, give me your round and give me an ending.
By round 3.
Woo!
I feel like they're gonna just. The way they both felt, the energy was crazy. They both feel like they want to kill each other. But that's not good for Wilder. He needs to work on his defense. He can't just run up on Fury like that. Fury's going to end up pushing him back.
Okay. All right. Well, yo, I appreciate you, Crown, man.
Yeah,
I appreciate you showing love to the channel.
All right, man. Be safe.
You too, my brother. All right. So we got one for for Fury early. All right, we got another super chat. My man Afro Rican, what's good, my brother? My question is, how is Fury going to perform on his first time defending the title? We all know how mentally unstable Salute G. Is this his first time defending the title? I don't know about if that's an accurate thing. I think he might have had the title and defended it against Wilder. Honestly, the first time they fought. I don't be following every detail, but I don't think that him being mentally unstable is going to be an issue. I think that he's been going through that and he's been fighting through it, and he's proven that he can fight through these mental issues that he's having. When he does have these mental issues, it seems like he deals with it and then he comes back to boxing. So I think the boxing, if anything, helps him deal with it. And I think he personally likes to fight. And when a guy likes to fight, man, sometimes the ring is their happy place. You know what I'm saying? The ring is where they feel safe and they feel the most happy. To the outside in, we see two men fighting and we're like, man, how do you stay mentally, on course? But for some guys, that's where they feel good. You know what I mean? That's where they feel great. It's like a basketball player on a basketball court. They shooting hoops. That's when they feel good. So for certain fighters, it's the same thing. Other fighters are, guys who deal with a lot of nerves and stuff. And then you got other fighters who deal with it very well and it helps them. So everybody's different. I don't know Tyson Fury personally, but I do know from seeing him, he's been handling all these situations. This isn't his first rodeo with depression. He's had it before. He's came back. He's successfully won fights. So my opinion is not going to make that big of a difference. I could be wrong. We shall see. But thank you for the super chat, Afro. That's my opinion. We're going to bring in Felix.
Hey, how's it going?
What's up, champ? Where you calling from?
Vancouver, Canada.
Vancouver, Canada. Big shout out to Canada, man. All right, what's up, man? Give me your prediction. What you thinking?
I'm saying Fury in round 9. I think it's going to be a technical knockout again. And just because, like we saw in the first fight, like Fury had a long layoff. And the fight went the distance. But other than that, he was outboxing him. And then on the last fight, we saw like he pretty much dominated Wilder, right? And I think it's been a year. Has it been like a year and a half since the last fight? So I think for Wilder, like for him to like learn all those fundamentals at such an elite level with someone like Fury, who's for such a big guy, he moves so quick. Like even for Wilder to set up his 1-2s and stuff, like Fury will see that. So I just don't see anything different. Like even if Wilder has learned as much as he can in like a year or however long his training camp was, I don't think it'll be enough to beat Fury. And the reason I'm saying round 9 is because we saw the last fight he got dominated. So I'm saying like he'll have like maybe a little more time this fight since he's maybe learned some fundamentals. Maybe we'll keep him alive for a bit longer. But yeah, I think it's going to be a round 9 for Fury.
Man, it's not a bad prediction, man. Felix, man, I appreciate you chiming in. 9th round TKO for Tyson Fury. We're going to remember that.
Yeah, respect, man.
All right, man. Take care. Take care. We got another super chat, man. Thank you guys. You guys are showing love with the super chats, and I highly appreciate it, man. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. You know all that stuff. Does Usyk dominate Fury? I was having this conversation with a friend of mine, and honestly, I just think that Tyson Fury is too big for Usyk. I think Usyk is a fantastic fighter. He proved that against Anthony Joshua. But I do believe, in my humble opinion, that Tyson Fury at damn near 7 foot tall, and he knows how to box, and he knows how to use a jab. I just think that he's a little bit too tall and too big for Usyk. Now, don't get me wrong. Usyk can fight. Skilled, slick, southpaw, proven that he can beat guys who are taller, like Anthony Joshua. But I do believe that Usyk is, Tyson Fury is a different fighter than Anthony Joshua. And I don't believe he'll be standing right in front of Usyk so he can land those big shots. So that's my opinion on that. But thank you so much for the super chat, Haxus. And appreciate you. My man, Real Dude Uprising with another super chat. What's good, my brother? Fury can't fight going backwards either. He tries to lean on you when you rush him. If Wilder closes the gap that mixes levels, he can slump him. We got a huge Deontay Wilder fan right here in Real Dude Uprising. So if this happens, my brother, listen, tomorrow I plan on coming live And yo, thank you so much, real dude, for the record, man. I appreciate that. Tomorrow I plan on coming here right after the fight. So if y'all in here right now, I plan on doing the same thing we doing right now tomorrow, and I'm gonna want to hear you guys' opinion on the aftermath of the fight. So, you know, if everything goes well, expect that tomorrow. Let's bring in Lance.
What's up, Coach?
What's up, champ? Where you from?
Sydney, Australia.
Sydney, Australia. I knew you were gonna say Australia. As soon as you said "Sup, Coach," I was like, "That's Australia." That's what's up, man. That's what's up. It's daytime over there. Talk to me.
Man, you're going worldwide, man. We love it.
Right. Appreciate that, man. That's dope. I love the fact that we can connect with people all across the world, man. It's one of the dopest things, and honestly, man.
Yes, sir.
Talk to me.
But I reckon I'm going Fury with this one. And my reason being is Wilder, what really difference can he do compared to the first fight? Like, if you look at his physical stature, he needs that range, he needs that distance. What, in the time span from the last fight, what really, like, it's not really enough time to re-change our whole kind of fighting style. You get what I mean?
I'm listening.
So I think Fury's going to take this one. I would say it'll be after the 6th round. I think within the
I need an exact round.
I'd say ninth round.
9th round. So we got
9th round.
You're the second person who said that.
Yeah. I
So
think
we got a 9th round. So we got a 9th round TKO for Tyson Fury.
Well, the thing is, I think that I think it's going to be a harder fight, obviously, than the first fight. But I don't think it's really going to be any different. I think Wilder's going to be obviously more resilient. I don't see a decision because I think Wilder's, after what happened to him the second fight, he's going to really want to set a statement. You know, he really needs to finish this fight if he really wants to, you know. I don't think a decision, it's too risky. Look what happened to the first fight. That was a decision. And then what happened then? It was a draw. So okay. I don't see any of them trying to go there again after the first fight.
That's what's up. Hey man, I think you know, a 9th round TKO is a very reasonable, based off what we know, a reasonable prediction. So if that happens, be ready to get here tomorrow at the same time because I'm hopping on here, man. I'm gonna bring you right back in, man. If you're right.
Bro, if I'm wrong, you know, I'll stand on my word, you know. But if I'm a betting man, I would predict 9th. Fury's going to go in confident, but I don't think he's going to go on cocky where he's going to disrespect them and try and shut them down in the first 3 rounds. I don't think it'll be like that. I think there will be respect there for that power, and he knows it's there. But I just don't think Wilder can really. I just don't see him being able to get off what he really wants to get off.
Okay. All right, Lance. Well, thank you so much for your time.
All right. Thanks, Coach.
Take care, my brother. All right, man. You hear the people, man. The people are voicing their opinions. Again, more mixed reactions. This is real people coming in real time. I ain't got these people set up. They all pulling up. They letting you know how they feel. We still got it right here. It's still 50-50. My man Steve Upshur said, how do you super chat? I'm going to be honest. I'm not even sure how it should be an option somewhere. It seems like people are figuring out. For those of you guys who don't know, that's Steve Upshur, Eddie Chambers' brother. Big shout out to you, my brother. You should get in here and come chop it up with me, man. The link's in there if you want to come talk, man. Let me know what you're thinking. But I got some more super chats that are coming in right now. Let's see what people are saying. All right, we got J Love. Thank you for the super chat. Wilder at all costs cannot allow Fury to get on the inside. Wilder needs to leverage and straight punches to get the best of him. Leverage and let this. I guess I know what you're saying. Leverage the straight punches and get the best of him. Wilder by KO in the 7th. Woo! Major. Remember J Love. Wilder KO 7. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I won't be surprised. He already put him down 2 times in one fight, so You know what I mean? I won't be surprised if he puts him out and puts him to sleep. I wouldn't be surprised. Good prediction, J Love, and you're right about that. Ohio John, thank you for the super chat. Fury has already overcame Wilder's power. I think Fury used the tactics he used against Klitschko. I think we see Fury use the tactics he used against Klitschko, one of his ways to a slow decision win. Yeah, I mean, look, you're right. He's already proven that he can get past the power, but at the same time, it's a different fight. We saw Manny Pacquiao fight Marquez, and he didn't get knocked out cold until the fourth fight. So, you know, just because you weathered the guy's storm the first time around doesn't necessarily mean you're going to weather the storm again. But to your point, Fury's a very great fighter, and if he does use some good tactics, he could definitely win a decision. So thank you for your opinion and your super chat, man. I could see it going that way as well. Cat Zen Papa. I think I said that right. Cat Zen Papa. I hope I said that right. Anyway, thank you for the super chat. 4th round stoppage by Wilder. KO to bed. All right, short and sweet. Letting me know what he thinks, man. So that's another one for Wilder, as you can see. Back and forth, back and forth. Let's go ahead and bring in Michael. Michael, talk to me. Where you from?
What's up, Coach? I'm from Sydney, Australia. Same as Lance.
Another guy from Australia. Big shout out to Australia in the building. What's good?
A lot of fans down here. A lot of fight fans down here. I love your show, man.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So I'm thinking it's going to be an interesting fight. I'm leaning heavily towards Fury taking it out earlier by stoppage. I think it'll be a little bit more competitive on Wilder's part because I think he got a shock to him last time, and he's going to really reconsider his strategy. I think he's coming in a lot more prepared, and I think it's going to be a much more explosive beginning to the fight. However, I think that combination, I think that explosiveness is going to be met on Fury. So I think there's going to be a big clash between two heavy men, and I think it's going to result in a very early knockout.
What's early? What do you consider early?
I think it's going to get done in the first 5. I don't think it gets past 6. I think I'll put a few dollars on pretty much every round in the first 5, 6 rounds.
But let it be known here on CA Boxing, Coach Anthony Boxing, what exact round is he going to stop Wilder?
If I had to put it on a single round, I'm going to say 4th round.
4th round.
Yeah, possibly late in the 4th round. Hey, man, just want to ask you what your opinion on the fight's going to be.
Man, I got mixed emotions, man, because I feel that Tyson Fury's the superior boxer, but at the same time, there's just some funny feelings in the air right now that tell me there's a real chance that Wilder might land that punch. I don't know what it is. I'm being superstitious right now. I don't know what to believe, but if you had to tell me to bet the house, I'm going to have to bet the house on Tyson Fury based off what I already know. You see what I'm saying?
I agree.
But at the same time, I'm by no means counting out Deontay Wilder. Not at all.
You can never count him out. He's got the equalizer.
Yes, sir.
I feel you. He's definitely in the fight, and I think he's in it more than he was in the last one. I think this is going to be much more competitive. But yeah, I lean heavily towards the man that we've seen more from so far, who's got the superior boxing technique, but he also has the he's shown that he can dominate in a more physical manner. But I think on the way to Wilder, I think that's going to cost him a bit. I think it'll add to him being able to be more dominant and clench. But I think muscle costs oxygen and energy, and I think it might cost his stamina. Sort of like how Joshua came in a bit heavy on the Ruiz #1, and he burned out. Took a couple of rounds off after he went hard. I think if you go hard with that extra muscle that you don't naturally carry, you can lose cardio. It'll cost you cardio pretty hard.
Absolutely. That's the same thing that another gentleman in here said, and I agree totally. But yo, thank you so much for coming in, man. I appreciate it. Big shout out to Australia. Respect. And I'll be remembering what you said, the first 5, 4th round knockout.
Yeah, bro. Peace, bro.
Brother. Big shout out to Zico Seco on the super chat. I see you, man. I appreciate you. Let's bring in a special guest, the one and only Steve Upshur. What's going on, man? A lot of you guys might remember him. He was a fantastic professional fighter. Brothers of Eddie Chambers, man. How come we ain't had you on here sooner?
I tell the truth, like I like right around this time, I'd be always like just getting out of my gym, and like I don't know, I just
Real quick before because I know I'm asking everybody's prediction. I'm gonna keep the show rolling, but while I got you here, give people a little rundown of who you are. You're a friend of mine, obviously, but let people know, for the people who don't know, a little bit of quick bio, real quick.
Me and Eddie, well, my brother Fats Eddie Chambers, we both from Pittsburgh. We came all the way up, all the way together. We're the only ones that were there for the whole thing. I compiled a record of 25 6 1-1. I believe that is. I believe that's how many fights. I mean, what the record is. I haven't looked at it in a long time. But I fought the likes of Luis Collazo, Ashley Theophane, Andre Berto. I've just been around the world. I've sparred with a host of guys. I've been in training camps. Been in training camps with Malik Scott. Me and Malik Scott are real cool. I've never come in contact with Wilder though. I've never been around him. We've been in camp with Tyson Fury and Peter Fury and Huey and all of them. But I've been around this game for a very long time. And we've been in camp with Klitschko. Yeah, we've been in camp with Klitschko. Like I was in camp with Kermit Cintron when he was a world champion. And we've been around. As far as my prediction, this fight, I'm going 5th round stoppage for Fury.
Okay.
What
makes you say that?
Stoppage for Fury.
What makes you say that?
I just
now when Malik is watching, he's a little disappointed in you right now. Just so you know.
This the thing. It's keeping it 100% real. I don't know Wilder, but what I do know as a fighter is you don't jump right back in the fire right after that just happened. Look what happened to Shane Mosley when he did that. Both times. He got beat. His wife, his manager, put him right back in there with Winky Wright. Who was it? Winky Wright and Mayorga.
So you think Wilder should be taking a tune-up?
Yeah, to learn the new stuff. I believe Malik can school him because Malik got game. Malik can school him, but no matter, Jesus could come down here and show him something. If he goes right back into the fire, soon as he gets hit or he goes out there and does what Malik showed him, and it doesn't work the first time or the second time or the third time, and then he gets punched in the mouth, it's gonna be like, oh shit, we're here again. We're here in that position again, and it's real quick. The only way that I can see it going past 5 is if you see how I can't remember the coach's name because we were in camp with him. The one that trained was that Jake Paul? The one that just fought Lee? That was Jake Paul, right? We were in camp with him because he used to train Shannon Briggs. That coach. He used to train Shannon. We were in camp with him. Milton was his name. But you see how he showed him certain defensive stuff that is easy to pick up. Like certain thing like cutting half, like what I mean, keep cutting, getting out of there and like messing everything up and learning how to survive. Like he taught him how to do that. Like Logan, it was Logan when he fought Floyd. He taught him how to do that. Now, if taught him how to do that and he doesn't try to win per se, you know what I mean? He doesn't go for broke like Deontay Wilder usually does. Maybe Tyson can't get him out of there because he can't just go stupid if Wilder's moving and doing good defensive moves. You know what I mean? He can't just go totally stupid and go in there crazy because he can get caught. You know what I mean? That's the only way that I can see. But if he's standing there mid-range, like in the middle of the ring, and think he's just gonna do what Usyk did to Joshua, that's not gonna happen at all. Tyson's gonna run him right over. So
all right, so we got a fifth round. We got a fifth round stoppage for Tyson Fury. All right.
I believe a knockdown, and then the referees is like, all right, that's enough. I believe that's what's gonna happen. But Malik's my man, and I got faith that Malik could change him, but not like under these circumstances. Like I can't show somebody something and then they go and put it in and they put it to work against Tyson Fury. That's not where you.
Hold on. Steve, let me answer this super chat real quick. They've been waiting. If Fury wins, and I'm gonna let you chime in on this. If Fury wins, where do you rank him all time? I put him top 5, man. His 6'9", moves like a middleweight, would be a problem for any heavyweight ever. What do you think? Where do you rank him, Steve Upshur, as an ex-professional? Or are you still boxing? Or can I call you an ex-professional? Or are you still a professional fighter? What are you doing?
I'm not.
You're down for whatever. You down for whatever?
Yeah. I mean, no. The
All
thing
right,
is,
so where do you rank Fury? In history.
Heavyweight history, or just period?
Heavyweight history. Yep.
I could put him in the top 5.
Damn, top 5, huh?
I put it's out of the number 1 spot. It's either Ali or Lennox Lewis. Either Lennox Lewis or Ali is the number 1. They're like jockeying for number 1. Then I go Foreman, and then you go Frazier, and then Fury, and probably Larry Holmes.
Okay, my man C. Jones, thank you for the super chat. And also thank you for that super chat. Also, you just gave me. Appreciate it. The last fight was an anomaly. I think Wilder outboxes Fury and gets the stoppage before the start of round 5. C. Jones said he believes Wilder outboxes Fury. That's got to be the first time I've heard that. And no disrespect to you, C. Jones, but I ain't never heard nobody say that. Actually, no, there was one person earlier who believed that Wilder was going to win by decision. And now we got another guy here. But this time he says outbox and stop. What do you think about that, Steve?
Coach Anthony, he's a fan of yours, this guy. Give him some advice.
He's showing love. I don't know if he's a fan or not, but he's showing love for sure.
Yeah, he's showing love. That's what I'm saying. You got to give your supporter some good advice. Tell him don't put nothing valuable on that. Don't bet nothing valuable on it.
C. Jones, I'm gonna be honest. C. Jones, I don't see Fury outboxing. The only way I can see him outboxing Fury is if he hurts Fury early and then out of nowhere Fury decides to just like try to survive or something. I can't see another way that can happen. You know what I mean? But you never know. C. Jones, I appreciate you, C. Jones. Hey man, listen, listen, Steve, I've been getting so many mixed reactions, man. Like, there's no landslide. Everybody I'm talking to is giving me a different opinion, man. Everybody. There's no landslide right now. It's literally 50-50 on the. So I know how you feel, but according to the people, it's 50-50.
I heard a lot of good stuff, like supporting what I'm saying. Like them saying Wilder hasn't taken responsibility for that loss. He hasn't taken responsibility of why it happened. Nobody put anything in your water. The outfit was not 40 pounds. He didn't have his hand. He didn't have his hand all the way in
How
the
do you know?
glove.
How do you know? How do you know, Steve? How do you know? I'm fucking with you right
The
now.
referee, look, you notice when the referee comes over to your corner, he grabs your hands and wipes them more right here. So if his hand's not in the glove, the referee's not going to see that. And then how could he throw a hard straight punch? Like if his hand's not even in the hand part. Like how even if a slap, it's just the glove. That ain't gonna hurt nobody. Like Tyson fights like that. He his hands are so big he can open the glove. Like
So what do you think?
I've been in camp.
What do you think that was, Steve? Because when you saw the video, it didn't look flimsy, dude. You got to keep it 100.
Yeah, but it's in slow motion. Anything could look like we don't
But I've
usually
seen
see it
plenty
in
of
slow motion like that.
I've seen plenty of professional fights. I've never seen that in slow motion. That glove looked like that. It did look funny style.
Watch Paulie Malignaggi in slow motion. I guarantee you see that same thing. He sits back and slaps.
So you think it was a punch technique? You think it was a punch technique?
Yeah, he does that. Tyson's hands are like he's not like tightening them up all the time. Like I've seen him do it.
All right, so you've been in many professional fights, so you know what the commission does. Let the people know what happens in the locker room, and let people know what happens when you get to the ring and all that with the commission. I've been in a few of my own as far as being in the back, but I want them to hear from a professional fighter what happens back there.
Especially when you're on a big card and you're the big fight. You know what I mean? Like when you're the co-main or one of the televised fights, they have a commission person that stays with you everywhere. You want to go to the bathroom, he's standing outside the stall. You come back, he's walking with. He's going to stand there with you while you're getting wrapped, while you're putting your gloves on. He's going to feel it. He's going to watch. He's going to do everything right there. It's a commission person that doesn't really know anything about boxing per se. Most of the time they don't. Sometimes you'll have like in New York State, Monty Barrett is one. I know he works for the commission, but like most of the time it's guys that don't have anything to do with boxing. You want to get that?
Yeah, I think Fury overcoming Wilder's power is similar to Ward breaking the boogeyman effect Kovalev had, and now he's in Wilder's head. Fury by decision. Okay, yeah, because he did say that he overcame his power. So yeah, Ohio, man, you could be right. You can obviously be right. We're gonna get back to what you were saying. Back to what you were saying, Steve, about the commission. But before we get there, what I do want to say is, and tell me if you agree, one of the worst things a fighter could do is fall in love with his power, because once the power doesn't work, then he does start to question himself. You know what I'm saying? So that can go very much so with what he's saying right here, because, if you're used to knocking guys out and now you can't knock out the guy in front of you, now what do you do? You know what I mean? So it's obvious. Yeah, but yeah, back to the locker room. Let's bring people back to the locker room. Most of the people who've never fought professional, wouldn't be able to understand what happens back there. So for all the people who say Fury cheated, and tell them why you don't believe that.
You can't have anything pre-made before you walk into that dressing room. So everything has to be made right in front of the commission. Like, how they roll the guards. Now, sometimes the commission and the guy, whoever's from the other corner, will come in there and they'll check it. They'll check it in front of the commission if it's already made. Me, myself, I never let anybody do that against Eddie. And it was a way for me to mess with the other corner. I would make them take it all apart. Like, I'm sorry. I don't know. I just want you to make it in front of, you know what I mean? Even though I know it was okay, but still, the rules is the rules. Make it in front of me. You know what I mean? You're not allowed to do that. You make everything right there. You wrap the hand being watched by somebody from the other corner and the commission. He's never not by your side. There's a commission guy designated to you that whole night until after the fight. When the doctor sees you and you get your check, then the commission guy will go elsewhere.
Hold on, we got
He's
a comment
with you
here.
all.
How many times has the commission been there, but the opposing coach saw something they didn't see? Good point.
Yeah, but that's why they're both there. Wilder's people were there.
Well,
Wilder's people.
according to Wilder and everybody else, they was in on it.
Wilder, man, come on, man. What do they get out of? What do they get out of that?
Money.
Mark Breland got paid to put something
I
in
don't
his
know.
water.
I'm not saying that. I'm being a troll right now, but obviously I'm messing around right now. But I'm just saying, I want to know. Coach Abdullah made a good point here.
I hate to laugh at it, but it's like, come on, man. Like, even if you did feel that way, keep that to yourself. Tell it to your family. Don't put it out there like that. Like, hey, this doesn't make sense. Like, you got your ass whooped, and it was like, it's not like, oh damn, Wilder wasn't himself. He Tyson Fury with that right hand in that second fight, and it didn't do. Tyson felt it, but he played it off.
I gotta step off for 1 second, but I want you to answer this right here to Coach Abdullah. De La Hoya versus Trinidad, Hopkins versus Trinidad, Mosley versus Margarito. These are a few. What's your thoughts on that? Talk to him real quick. I'm gonna take one step off. Can you handle that for me real quick?
Yeah.
So all right, go ahead.
He's asking. You're asking about those fights. These are a few. De La Hoya versus Trinidad. I feel De La Hoya won that fight definitely, but I feel like they just wanted to make Trinidad big, and I feel like it was like kind of like payback for the Ike Corte fight, because I think Ike Corte really got De La Hoya. Hopkins and Trinidad. That was a masterful performance. Me as a kid, I had picked Trinidad because he was knocking everyone out, but Hopkins schooled him. Mosley Margarito, brilliant performance. And note, both of those were put together by the great late Nazem Richardson, one of my favorite people ever. I learned a lot off of him. But those fights.
Thanks for keeping the show rolling for me, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
So what were you saying? What were you saying while I was gone?
No, I was saying I broke down each one of those fights. I said Trinidad versus De La Hoya. I feel like De La Hoya definitely won the fight. He won the first 8 rounds. You can't lose unless you get knocked down or out.
But he's talking more so about the legal practices, like with the De La Hoya Trinidad was the hand wraps, Hopkins Trinidad hand wraps, Mosley Margarito hand wraps.
And all of those, it really didn't matter.
But he's saying that those situations, like when Mosley fought Margarito, when Mosley fought Cotto, I should say no, Margarito fought Cotto. He damn near killed Cotto with them damn gloves.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm surprised he didn't catch a real charge. Because you seen that was clearly so if he got away with that, you don't think Fury can get away with something?
Not, but the thing is like it got caught, so now people are on to the stuff. You know what I mean? Like it's like, all right, cat's out the bag now. There's no more like what are his people there watching then? Like did he say that the wraps were loaded? That wasn't an excuse that I heard. I heard a lot of other ones, but not that the wraps were loaded. I heard that his hand wasn't all the way in the glove. His hand wasn't all the way in the glove. He scratched his ear. Like what the he was like, come on. Like that doesn't even make sense. Like, why would Tyson Fury think that scratching right here was going to help him win the fight?
Yo, some people make me laugh with the stuff they be saying, but this one's funny, man. Hold on, let me. Damn, I just passed it. Fury being fat, does that help him or hurt him?
I actually think he'll be.
Does Fury being fat help him or hurt him?
He'll be stronger. I think it won't look good. It won't look good, but I think he'll be stronger because he didn't like drain himself. Like, you know how when you come in the gym like fresh off of like, all right, you took a little break and you come back in, you feel like, you know what I mean? You feel that oomph. I feel like he's gonna feel just like that because he didn't burn any weight off, any muscle. You know what I mean? Like he's just coming in like regular, strong.
Right.
Not gonna look good, but
right. I'm just trying to read some of these comments, man. People. A lot of people still picking Wilder though, man. I'm not even gonna. I mean, yeah, Wilder. All right, let's see right here. What do you think about this? Wilder is an overrated fighter that fought two guys, Ortiz and Fury, twice each. As soon as Wilder gets hit, he's going to revert back to what he knows and been doing prior. Fury by stoppage again. Do you agree with that? Do you believe that he's an overrated fighter?
Nah, that power is not overrated. I mean, he's proven it time and time again. That power is not overrated. You can't, like, Ortiz was getting him, but then that power, that equalizer, how is that overrated? He's not overrated. At first I was thinking that, but I'm like, yo, this power is crazy. Like, he's putting everybody out. Like, so no, he's not overrated, but I do agree with the second part. I just said that, like, when he gets hit and what he goes out there and does, and it doesn't really work perfectly like it does on the pads with Malik or any of those bums that he had in sparring. Like, no, I'm just saying. Did you look at the picture? Did you look at the picture? Did anybody in there look like they could fight like Tyson?
I didn't look at the pictures.
I mean, I seen a picture today, and it was like, dang, you had. And he actually had a dude that was up at the camp that I was at here in PA. Big Dan Morris. I'm like, oh man, you got him in there. Like, and Dan's my man, but like he's not even into boxing like that. Like, he's doing it to make money to invest it somewhere else.
They said, Coach looking crazy right now. Listen, I'm just trying to read the comments. And pick the right comments, man. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I am looking crazy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. My man laughing at me, Super J Cole, man. You thought that was funny, man? Whatever, man. I wasn't that funny, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But he said, I'm just pointing. Coach Abdullah, man, you making your voice be heard tonight. I'm just pointing out, using the argument about the commission being there was a weak argument. Oh, man, he's a weak argument with the commission being there.
Don't read it like it really said that, because it don't say that.
I'm pretty sure he said weak argument.
I mean, I'm a petty arguer. I'm a petty arguer. I'm gonna point out every little thing we're arguing. Like, I'm gonna point out every little thing that's just weak. So I'm messing with you, Coach Abdullah. But
right. Listen, you got your diehard Wilder fans, and you know, they're gonna definitely, you know, they're gonna ride with him, man. And if he says he feels he was cheating, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, Coach Anthony, tell Coach Abdullah you want him to come on here after the show, after the fight. Enjoy your show.
I'll do you one better. We'll bring him in here right now. Coach Abdullah, man. Hit this link if you want to put your balls on the table, pause. You know what I'm saying? And come chop it up with Steve Upshur. You know what I mean? He ain't gonna fight you through the computer, but y'all could have a nice discussion, you know what I'm saying, and talk about this, man. We got coaches talking. Because Steve Upshur is a coach now. And talk to me real quick, man. How do you like coaching?
I love it. I love it. Like I got
Let people know
my
your gym, where you at, where you located, like what you got going on.
I'm in Eastport, PA. It's a little small town right outside of Pittsburgh. I consider it Pittsburgh, but it has its own city name. And I have my gym, Star Status Boxing Gym, associated with.
You still got the Star Status gear, the dope gloves and the shoes and everything.
Yeah, I still work with that. Yeah, but when I got my one pro Monte Eberhardt, he's 9-0. He's welterweight, super welterweight, and I have my my lightweight. He's lightweight, super lightweight. Really, we'd rather him be at lightweight. He's 6 foot. He's 3-1. Team. I got a #1 ranked amateur, Lil JB. He's only 50 pounds. He's 10.
You got some killers. You got some killers.
Yeah, he's ranked #1 in the country right now. He won his second national. What was that? I think that was in Louisiana, like some months back.
Wow, that's dope, man. That's what's up.
But
what else you got going on at your gym? Is it mainly for fighters, or are you working with fitness clients too, or is it just purely a boxing gym for competitive fighters?
No, I have fitness classes there. That's like the like my passion is training the fighters, but like what really keeps the gym flowing is the classes. Like everybody, boxing ain't for everybody. So
right.
Moms, the dads, the school teachers, the police officers, the janitor, anybody for any walks of life are in that class. And it's so cool to see them like after a round, like or after they get done with the bag work, they're all high-fiving, and it's like, wow, like I just put this together, and like they're, what I mean? It's a cool thing to see different walks of life getting along to reach a goal. You know what I mean?
That's a fact. Now, not to cut you off, but we got Coach Abdullah in here.
Abdullah's in. He's in.
What's up, Coach Anthony?
No, he ain't showing his face, Steve, so you can't run down on him. You still don't know what he looks like. He did that on purpose, Steve. Now, what's up, Coach? What's up? Talk to me.
What's going on?
We chilling, man. So talk. Let me know what's going through your mind. What did you want to talk to him tomorrow about, Steve? That you would like bring him on the show? I said, nah, bring him on now.
This is what I want. I understand what you mean about the commission thing, but so you truly think that you think that Fury cheated?
No, I wasn't trying to make that point. By the way, I wasn't saying that. That kind of thing is. It's not for me to. I'm on the sidelines. I can't get into that argument. It's all about facts and proof. And the one thing I'll say is this: if somebody put it out there, these are both multimillionaires, and there's something called in law reckless misuse of the truth. You can sue somebody for putting false information, and both of these guys got something to lose. I find it ironically that somebody put it out there and nobody sued for it. Just because there's obviously something to gain. If somebody said something on your name, it's not true. But I wasn't trying to say that I believe that he cheated. What I'm saying is the commission being in the locker room is a weak argument, because we've all seen over the years in boxing when things slip through with the commission being there. And that's all I'm saying.
Yeah. That I mean, they're not gonna catch everything, but there's also a cornerman there, and he blamed the cornerman and said that they were in on it.
We'll see all of that. That's again, me from the sidelines. I wouldn't have done it like that. I wouldn't, it kind of got tabloidish. It kind of looked, it made, in my opinion, it made Deontay look, take a whole nother focus away from the fight. If you're really saying that the guy cheated and that's why you lost, there's other elements in that fight that I think Coach Anthony and yourself would say that, I mean, his approach was all wrong. I mean, he didn't fight a good fight. I mean, regardless of, let's say he did cheat. Did you put yourself in the best place to protect yourself? by your footwork, your defense, your head movement? Did you use all of your assets in terms of your height, your speed, your jab? I mean, there's a lot of other elements that could be discussed aside from the cheating.
Right. I mean, listen, I think you made some good points. That's why I was putting them out on the screen. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, Steve makes a good point. You know, from being in plenty of professional fights and corners, I've seen that the commission is pretty much there for all of it. And even though some stuff has slipped by, that's a very small percentage compared to how many fights has happened in history that we know of. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
you know, at the end of the day, you still make a good, valid point. You know, I mean, things can slip by, but I don't really know how it would be comfortable to fight with your glove not fully on. Like, I don't even know how he would be able to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and think about this. All right, so say his glove was like that and everything. Like say Fury did all of that. Wilder did nothing good in that. He landed that one hand in the first round. Like it wasn't like, okay, he was doing good, but he cheated, so that's what took him over the top. He whooped his ass from opening bell till they stopped it. Like there was no,
Really,
it wasn't even a contest, really.
and that's
He
what
went
I'm
there to,
saying. You know, there's a lot more things that could be discussed aside from the cheating. You know, I think his from
so
round one, like you said, from round one, you know, it was pretty clear that he didn't know what to do with that. Tyson Fury's a hard, you know, that's, I mean, who have we ever seen in boxing can move like that at heavyweight and so tall? Somebody who moves, you know, effortlessly. You know, the moves that Tyson Fury makes, he does it effortlessly. It's him. It's not like something that he just learned yesterday.
yeah, I was shocked when I first seen him in camp because you know it always looks better in the gym. You know that.
Yeah.
Than the actual
Well, you
fight. You know
also
what I mean?
you could also go back to that Klitschko fight. You know, go back to the Klitschko fight. Look how he was able to freeze and pause Klitschko. He really didn't have a solid target to hit.
Well, I picked him to win that because at that point I knew him. That was like right around the time when me and Eddie first met him. Well, actually, it was that was like 2 years after we met him, and I knew that Klitschko wasn't going to be the big guy that could just lay on you if you start doing something he didn't like. Now he's going to be the small guy getting laid on, and I mean, it played out that way.
Coach, who you got winning tomorrow? What's your final prediction? Who do you got winning tomorrow? And what's your you know, what round and all that good stuff?
I don't have a prediction like that. I think that Fury is gonna do what he's gonna do. I think Deontay's gonna try to do some new things. At the end of the day, we know it's about landing the equalizer, and I think it's gonna, you know, Fury's gonna get some points up on him, and then we just don't know. I could say if I had to put money on it, I would say Fury by decision, late stoppage, if I had to. But you know, you really just can't go against that equalizer. So I'm just gonna watch the fight.
All right, that's what's up, man. Appreciate you coming in, man.
I appreciate you for having me.
Coach Abdullah,
You wanted to say something?
He must know Malik.
Who? Oh, Coach.
Why you say that?
Nah,
why you say that?
Because you know what's going to happen. You're a coach, you know what's going to happen. Malik is my man.
But I don't know Malik though. I don't know Malik though.
You say you do?
No, I don't know Malik though.
Oh, you don't? All right, Malik, that's my dog.
I'm from the West. I'm from the West Coast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, Malik's out there. He's an LA guy now.
Right.
Yeah, but I don't know Malik. This is a genuine call.
Okay.
All right, Abdullah, I appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate you.
Yo, John, yo, Steve, I got a real boxing expert here. He's probably gonna put you to shame. We got none other than Johnny.
Yo,
God.
Johnny, show your face. Johnny, show your face.
how does it let? I don't know. That's weird. I should have
Why
came
you
in
want
with my.
Anson to do that?
Let me see.
Nobody want to see nothing like that.
No, for some reason it's tripping. I don't know what's going on.
I'm gonna kick you. Come back.
Little.
All right.
His pants was too little.
Somebody. Yeah, that was dope. Coach Abdullah came in, man, spoke a little bit. Let's see what the people talking about, man.
Like I see this.
Yeah, here we go.
All right, yeah, that's better. That's better. That's better.
I see this. Look at that.
Congratulations, bruh.
Thank you.
But y'all both picking. You guys are both picking Fury. I need a Wilder fan.
Oh yeah,
I need a Wilder fan to come in here. I need a Wilder fan to come in here because we got two Fury guys right here right now. You know what I mean? So this ain't even gonna be. I want to hear
the dude before said,
huh?
He's gonna pick Fury decision or late.
Who?
But can't go against the Equalizer. What?
What you talking about? You talking about Coach Abdullah?
Yeah, Coach Abdullah.
What he said that you didn't agree with?
No, he just said didn't make no sense on the end. I came in towards the end. He was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go with Fury TKO. I guess decision TKO late, but I can't go against that Equalizer."
Well, what he meant to say was you can't count out the Equalizer. I'm sure that's what he meant to say. Because I mean, I agree. I feel the same way. You act like Deontay Wilder don't got a chance to knock this man out.
He only got a puncher's chance.
That's what everybody's saying.
He hit him with that right hand in that second fight, and I know it got to Tyson a little bit, but he shook it off and just walked through him.
Let me answer this question real quick. As a coach, what do you tell a boxer to do against Tyson Fury when he is putting pressure on you and backing you up? That's a scary thing because you got a guy who's 270 pounds, 7 foot tall, coming at you. You really got no choice but to fight, Ricky, in that situation, in my opinion. You know what I mean? You got a big guy like that. I can't tell you to try to box him if you're Deontay Wilder because Deontay Wilder doesn't possess that kind of ability. So if I'm Deontay Wilder's coach and Fury decides to put the pressure and come aggressive, I'm telling Deontay Wilder, let your hands go and let's try to catch him with something on the way in. That's really all I can see that you can say because Fury's a big dude. You know what I'm saying? It's not a dude that, you can neutralize. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be real hard to neutralize a guy like that. So a guy like that, I'm going to say, let that right hand go. You know what I'm saying? What you going to say, Steve? I mean, I don't know.
I agree with you, but I also got something to add to that. You know how jiu-jitsu teaches you to use people's aggressiveness against them? Like, you got to use those little angles, like grabbing like this part of the shoulder and edge them over that way. You can feel where their weight's coming, where more pressure's coming. You got to make them go that opposite way and let some combinations off. So say you were coming around to your right, you know what I mean, and trying to push them to the left, you chop with a right hand. Whether it lands or not, it's still going to push them that way. You see what I mean? And then just let off some combination. You got to continuously do that. Push up inside, grab them, hold them. You can't let them do what they want to do all the time. You hit them, but don't give them a chance. Like the fight that was just mentioned, Mosley and Margarito, perfect example. Once he hit Margarito, oh no, you ain't getting nothing back. He would push him or hit him and wrap him up. You can't get nothing back right away. Like that's what deters them. If you hit them and they can't come right back, if that keeps happening, it wears them down.
Right. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I don't know if Fury's gonna come in with the same aggression he did in the second fight. Do you guys think he's gonna do that? Do you guys think he's coming right at him? Same mentality.
It'll be more refined because he's had time to work on that with Sugar Hill. Like people hate. I mean, people be hating and but Sugar Hill, he knows his shit. Like, I mean, I can't knock it at all. Like, I've seen him at work and I've seen his product. Like, he knows stuff. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't like he just is in this job like just he got thrust into it because he's Emmanuel's nephew. I mean, that's part of the reason, but like he knows some of what Emmanuel knew.
Right.
Yeah, I just don't see off of how people could favor Wilder in this third fight.
It's a black-white thing, I believe.
I agree, but here's how I look at it. Black-white, boxing is boxing. Somebody's just a better boxer. I'm not going to lose my money.
I understand. You know, I understand it.
I'm not going to lose my money.
You know, it's like the
I'm gonna tell you why somebody could give Deontay Wilder a chance in this fight. The reason being is it only takes one punch, and that punch can be landed. It's been proven that it can be landed because he landed it 2 times, put him down 2 times in the first fight. Yes, granted, the second fight went a different direction, but if he does some different things, if he can set it up off the lead hand and he lands it again, I mean, he's already shown. It's not like he hasn't shown that he could drop Tyson Fury. He's shown that he can. And if they would have waved off the fight in round 12 on the first fight, none of us would be debating that the fight should have got stopped or not. That's how hard he hit the ground. So why is it so hard to believe?
But here's my question to you,
hard to believe that he's gonna possibly land that shot again? It can happen.
But here's my question to you. Would you?
It's not a boxing expert. But what I'm saying is, it's not so out of this world for that to happen because it can happen.
It's very slim.
Why is it slim?
Why is it slim?
Yeah.
You see what happened last time?
Because it didn't happen again. After he hit him with that shot,
they only fought 2 times.
Listen, Coach Anthony, after he killed him, and then God brought him back to life in that 12th round, he stepped to Wilder and hurt Wilder. Made Wilder step back.
All right, I listen. I'm 100% with you guys. Tyson Fury is the all-around better fighter. We're in a 100% agreement. But what I'm saying is, if Wilder lands that shot, there's a chance Fury's not coming back to life. We still got that possibility.
Very slim.
But why is it so slim? Listen, Fury can get caught. He's been caught before.
You seen last time he hit him, even in the second fight, he hit him with a right hand. Kept it coming.
But he's not Floyd Mayweather. Like, don't get me wrong. For a heavyweight, very slick, right? Very mobile. But he still gets hit.
My point is, last time he put the pressure on him, took a right hand, made Wilder fight off the back foot, throw feints. Nowhere near. We're not going to act like Deontay Wilder is going to be this defensive technician in a few months.
No, I don't think he's going to be a defensive technician. Hold on, but let me read this question. Wilder got to make Fury respect him, or not a question, a comment. Wilder got to make Fury respect him, or he will get ran over again. Fury has much more tools in the box. If one thing doesn't work, he can pivot. Totally agree. Now listen. My point. Thank you very much for the super chat. For the record, I agree with you. I don't think that he's going to come in trying to be defensive. I think what they've been working on in camp. This is what I personally believe they've been working on. I think they put the extra weight on because they want to be able to deal with the physicalness that Tyson Fury is going to bring. Now, whether that hurts him or helps him, we'll find out tomorrow. I think we've had some good points where people said that the muscle is going to actually be a bad thing for him later in the fight. I can see that. But at the same time, he's got the strength to keep Wilder off, kind of like what Fury off, kind of like what Steve was just saying. On the inside. Don't let him do what he wants to do. He needs strength for that, right? So he's able to deal with that. I think the other thing that they've been working on, which we've seen some clips with Malik, is setting up the right hand. setting up the right hand off the lead hand, whether that be pawing with the jab, using some lead hooks to, feinting the jab, throwing a hook to bring a right hand in, or jabbing the body to bring a right hand in. If he sets up the right hand, he only needs one.
That shit look good on pads.
But Coach Ant, somebody has to care and respect you for you to be able to set something up. He's not going to have time to set nothing up. Tyson Fury's not waiting.
You don't think he's going to respect Wilder?
He doesn't already because he knows he doesn't have to. He knows he's living in Wilder's head rent free. He's in his head like there's no he's in his head. He's in his head. Like there's no like Wilder is trying to, show like he's calm and this and that. Like, and I believe Malik's done a good job with talking to him, and you know what I mean? And they've had a good camp, I believe. But
listen, Wilder has less to lose than Fury in this fight because he's already lost. So why would he come in with all this pressure on his head when he's not expected to win anyway?
Yeah, all of that doesn't matter. Like all of these circumstances that surround the thing, Tyson Fury is not with it. Like he's a fighter. Like he'll fight you in the street right now. He don't care if you're gonna get in trouble. He will fight. Like he's coming to fight. All of this technological and all of these psychological things that Wilder is talking about and things he's going through and therapy, like all of that doesn't matter. All of it does not matter. He has to try to implement all of that in this pressure situation against Tyson Fury, and it ain't gonna work.
So Steve, you got Fury winning in the first 5 rounds. Johnny, what's your prediction?
I predict mid-round TKO.
What's the mid-round? 6?
About round. I say 6 to 8.
6 to 8. What happened in the last fight? Wasn't it the same thing in the last fight? 6 to 8, somewhere in that area.
I think so. 5th. It might have been 5th.
No, it was the
7th.
8th.
It was what?
It was the 8th, I think.
It was the 8th.
Yeah, I believe it was the 8th when he got stopped.
Yeah, unless Wilder catches him early, I just don't see this fight going anyway for Wilder. I don't see.
Disagrees with you. Pearl Nelson says Wilder gets the 3rd round KO early. What you got to say to Pearl Nelson?
He must have got a team.
That's your heart. I mean, I look at it this way. It's kind of what Steve's saying. It's kind of like, I get it, blacks supporting the black fighter, but when it comes down to boxing, you gotta break down technique. It don't matter about none of that skin color shit. And one thing about it, I'm gonna put my Venmo down. I'm Venmoing $100 for this fight. I got $100 per.
Look at how all the Caucasian people back.
Fury, Jason Meza said Fury didn't want this fight. I feel Wilder is hungrier. Fury spent millions to try to get out this fight.
You actually believe that?
Because he wanted to make more money to fight Joshua and get all the belts. It had nothing to do with being scared to fight a guy that he just beat up twice. Like, that's not.
But going to it, I'm not the type where I'm in reality. I'm not the type to put down money to lose over. I know who's the better fighter. I'm not. No,
have you taken how many bets have you gotten on this fight, Johnny? Since you
got 3.
You got 3 people.
Yeah, I'm trying to get more.
Anybody wants to bet Johnny full throttle? This ain't a gambling site. Listen, but hit him up privately on his Instagram. You know,
my Venmo. Venmo.
About to start his new betting app. Coach Anthony betting app.
But yeah, that whole Fury being scared and stuff like that, don't believe that. Then I just say, like, in reality, just mental. Like, say if you ever got into a street fight with somebody and you beat them up twice, what you think is going to happen?
I'm scared he might come back and try to shoot me.
You already know his mental. He'd be like, "Oh hell no, I can't beat this guy."
That's what Wilder gonna have to do.
Now it's really mental. I think Wilder, if anybody's having a lot of thoughts in his head, is Wilder, because he needs to figure out, how can I beat this dude? Because he had like 50 excuses. First, it was the uniform, the gloves. Mark Braylon.
I'm putting in the chat right now the link. I only want Wilder fans to come in here right now. If you're not a Wilder fan, then I don't want to hear your Tyson Fury opinion. I want somebody who thinks Wilder's gonna win. Charles, you hopped in before I said that, so I'm gonna give you a chance. Charles, who you got? If it ain't Wilder, I don't know if I want to hear it, but go ahead.
Well, I'm just gonna say this. Every one of you guys are very intelligent. And it's no doubt about that. Y'all know the boxing game.
Appreciate that.
Let's just go back. George Foreman was knocking folks out straight away. But then when he got in the ring with Muhammad Ali, he found out something different. That Muhammad Ali and box. And he won't Foreman out. Let me just say this, because I know where y'all standing at right now. Let me tell you something. The last time I betted on a fight, I didn't reach in my pocket and felt my thigh. I felt some money because I bet it with the right guy. Tyson Fury is a big 277-pound boxer that can move and carry the weight. Deontay Wilder got that one hitter quiver. I just want to know from you, since I'm thinking, what I think about you right now is being an expert in boxing. I wonder what's gonna happen when that punch never comes. It didn't come the second fight. And another thing too, brother, do you think this is right? You're very intelligent. I went over to the barber shop and he called me all kinds of names. I was hearing it. You know why? You called me cool. You called me, you ain't with the brothers because you betted on the other fighter. Okay, then. I can sell that right now. You mean to tell me that Deontay Wilder was with Mark Breland, which took him to an undefeated record, and JD went in that locker room and seen Tyson Fury get his hands wrapped? Now, either JD was blind, or he couldn't see, or he was ignorant, or he was in on it. Let's say he did cheat. JD was there. Now, either he saw it or he didn't. But when it came down to it, you called me a coon. Well, what are you? You fired the black dude and kept the white one. So don't call me anything. Don't sit here and call me a coon. Let me tell you, it's going to be a hell of a fight. Deontay Wilder, if he don't get him in 5 to 6 rounds, he's going to have a problem.
So Charles, who are you picking? Charles, who are you picking?
You want to know the truth?
Yeah.
True, brother. I'll give you the truth because you've been real kind and generous to me. I took Tyson Fury. And you want to know why I took Tyson Fury? Not because he got a punch, because he's the better boxer. And that's all I can tell you right there. He's going to win the fight. If Deontay Wilder don't get it within 5 to 6 rounds, it's going to be a problem. Now, everybody hollering about that first fight. He said, well, he should have got in between him and stopped the fight. Okay, then what happened when that Cuban had Deontay Wilder all the way out? The referee didn't stop that. He didn't get in between there, one of them. What I'm saying is, before you call somebody a coon or they ain't with the brothers and all that, man, I'm an OG.
Who called you a coon?
I love my people.
People do that.
I support my people. I support Deontay Wilder when he fought that Cuban. I was going for Deontay Wilder in that fight, and I won my money. But he ran into a guy that's 6'9", almost 300 pounds, that can move with that weight. His thing, the secret to Deontay Wilder is getting that one hitter quiver. And if he get it, he going. Ain't no doubt about that. I agree with you on that. But I just want to know, why did you not fire JD? Why did you not fire him and did you fire Mark Breland? That's all I want to know. If one of you smart gentlemen can tell me why did he fire Mark Breland and then fire JD? Because if you look at it, Mark Breland saved his life.
It's funny, Charles, I agree with you. If I had to make an assumption, it's
yes,
probably because JD had him since he was in the amateurs.
Yes, sir.
If I had to make an assumption, I'm not sure. I'm not around that camp. If I had to make an exception, but I agree with you. It was too many bullshit excuses. And when Wilder making his rants the day after, like, I'm your king. I will be back and all this. I was like, hold up, you ain't my king, bro. Like you lost. You took an L. Just take it. If you lost, whatever. Go. Just
All I'm saying,
I
brother,
want the rematch and keep it going.
not to interrupt you, brother. All I'm saying is, if you're gonna call somebody a coon, know what the hell you're talking about. I love my people. I love Muhammad Ali. Somebody asked me who was my favorite NBA basketball team. I said the LA Lakers. Ain't nobody called me a coon then. Who I like in college football? I said I Roll Tide. Nobody called me a damn coon then. Only because I picked Tyson Fury to win in a decision or possibly a knockout. All of a sudden, I don't get it, bro. I don't get it. So don't call me that when you fired a brother that took you all the way to undefeated. And then, listen, man, JD was back there in the locker room. Now, either he blind or he was in on it. You can't pick now one of them. He was in on it or he couldn't see. Now, if you'd have fired both of them, I would have accepted that. But you fired the brother. But you want to call me a coon? Really?
So Charles, before you get out of here, Charles, final prediction. Let me know. Final prediction.
My final prediction: Tyson Fury win in 8 rounds. It will be a knockout.
Woo! Yo, appreciate you chiming in, my brother.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. All right, so I wanted a Deontay Wilder fan to come in here, but Charles just came in and stole the show. There was nothing I could do. But that boy's microphone was on point, though. I need to set my microphone game up, boy.
Who was that?
Yo, his microphone was on point.
Yeah,
jeez, that thing was clear and all that.
He had Bose. He had a Bose system.
Yo, I need to know if you Deontay Wilder fans, I want y'all to come in here and shake some things up in here, man, because everybody right now seems to it's starting to be a little bit going this way for Fury. You know what I'm saying? For a second, it was, but now it seems like Fury's taking off. You know what I'm saying?
I was in here earlier, it seemed like a lot of Wilder fans.
Yeah, a lot of Wilder fans earlier, but a lot of people is now starting. So I need where my Deontay Wilder people at, man. I want y'all to come shut up these guys right here.
That's the thing. Everybody knows except for Wilder's people, and I think they even know. The fighters like Spence and all of them, they can't say that out loud that Wilder's gonna get fucked up. They can't say that because that's their boy, that's their stablemate. He's with Heyman. They can't go against the house like out loud. But they all know. They know what's gonna happen. Everybody knows what's gonna happen. For real.
Like, here's the thing. Here's the situation where I was just saying, just boxing period. I get it. Everybody root for race. Mexicans root for Mexicans. You see UK, blacks should support blacks. I get it.
Johnny,
I don't care about the rooting. My whole thing is,
who do you pick when a Puerto Rican fights a black fighter?
Johnny? I pick whoever's the better fighter. Most of the time it's a black fighter.
Yo, hold on. We got Brian. You better be a Deontay Wilder fan, Brian.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, go ahead. Talk to me. Why is he going to win tomorrow?
I think he's going to win because we all know he got the one-punch knockout power, right? We all know that.
Uh-huh.
He didn't have, about 18 to 20 months to just learn how to touch this man and just throw some punches. I remember seeing Canelo had Callum Smith's bicep in his shoulder because he was just touching him. So if he learns not to try and 120% every single punch and just touch Tyson Fury and make him uncomfortable, I could see Deontay doing some things. I ain't saying he's gonna outbox him, but if you can just touch this dude, it's boxing. It's a grown man touching another grown man. So if Deontay can touch Tyson Fury, he might be able to catch him in the late rounds. Because make no mistake, we all know Tyson Fury is a better boxer. We know he's slick. We know he's 6'9". He does a lot of things for his size. But y'all can't tell me in a slug test, if we just playing rock'em sock'em, y'all ain't taking Tyson Fury in, are you?
Now let me capitalize on that, Brian. It's boxing. You think
talk that talk, Brian?
Rock'em sock'em?
Ain't no talk that talk, Brian. I heard a lot of disbelief in Brian. He's trying to convince himself that my guy might could, if he do this, he might could do it later in the fight. You know, he don't
Well,
believe. He really don't believe it.
I spoke like that because basically I'm asking to see something from Deontay Wilder that we haven't seen in 41, 42 fights. That's why I sounded like that.
And that's why I sound like this. That's exactly why I sound like this. I ain't going against Wilder like that. Like I don't like the guy. I don't know him.
But I
I know
mean,
Tyson. I know what Tyson can do. I know what's in here. I've seen it.
right.
Seen it time and time again in the gym and out the gym. I've seen it. Like, and I know he'll like we're at the mall. Somebody look wrong. He ready to go. Like at any point, like he's ready to go. Like so.
I heard you say that earlier.
Yeah, there's no like I like there's no backing down from him. Like he's going out on his shield.
I mean, okay, I'm just saying in the ring. I ain't talking about no outside of the ring stuff. In the ring, if Wilder can touch Fury, now he gonna have to walk through hell to do it. I ain't saying it's gonna be an easy task. But dude got like an 83-inch reach. He's 6'9". I don't even know how you spar that. I don't even know. I mean, what you gonna go get Shaq? I don't think Draymond coming in to spar Deontay Wilder. I don't even know how you prepare for that. But I mean, it's boxing. These two grown men.
Tall guy.
He gonna have to get in some type of punching range to hurt him to even touch him.
Judging by his
and if Deontay Wilder is touching you, what's gonna happen?
So basically, what you saying is you feel that Wilder's gonna just focus on getting his gloves on Fury a little bit more than before, and then he's gonna let the neutralizer off. Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely. I mean, you have to. You can't be across the other side of the ring and trying to reach for it like you the stretch man from Fantastic Four. Yeah, you're gonna have to get in there. You're gonna have to get inside Tyson Fury's punching range. And if he's touching on that chin, well, all these nerves are. I'm just saying,
Okay, so listen, real quick, before we move forward, there's some other people who want to come in. Final prediction, how's it gonna end?
I got Fury late. I'm sorry, I got Wilder late.
Oh, he just messed up. He said
my
Fury.
bad. Wilder late. I got Wilder late.
Coach, let me
what's the round? What's the round?
I know we talk about touching and stuff like that.
11?
11
round knockout. Y'all heard it first. Listen, if he wins 11 round knockout tomorrow when I go live after the fight, Brian.
You gonna say Brian? But to repeat all that,
let me say something to Brian real quick.
You expect a lot from Wilder to change within 41 fights.
And
it's different when you got another guy across the ring that's bigger with longer reach, that's smoother, slicker, and do a lot of feints. That's key. So he gonna look awkward. So I ain't expecting to change. I mean, as Wilder fans, you're expecting too much.
All right, brother Brian. Thank you for chiming in.
Yes, sir. Y'all have a good one.
You too, bro.
We got another. We got a. Hold on, I don't know what's going on.
My man Steve left.
Hold on. Oh, Steve bounced. I might have removed Steve. My bad.
All right.
I'm trying to get rid of you.
You put me in the green room.
All right, bring in the other Wilder fan.
Yo, what up? Peace.
What up?
Good. You a Wilder fan, I assume.
Yeah, no doubt. Bomb Squad, yo. He gonna take that chump out of there, man. They fighting in the same fucking gloves, yo. You ever got hit with them horse heads?
Yeah, did I ever get hit with what?
With the horsehair gloves.
The horsehair, I never had. No. Have you, Steve?
Them joints. They're not really the same no more.
Yo, I'm saying them shits is like heavy bag gloves, yo. That's like going into a fight with heavy bag gloves, yo. Look at the gloves. My heavy bag gloves, I would go get them, but I don't feel like doing all that shit. You can see the indents inside the heavy bag glove after I hit the bag like for an hour. That shit's just like bare knuckle. They about to go in there and just start cutting each other up.
So you think Wilder's gonna get the knockout?
Oh, absolutely.
And what round?
Probably like the third or the fourth, if he stick to the script. You know what I'm saying?
What's the script?
The script: punch him in the hip, come on the other side, and hit him with 4 straight lefts, back to back. Bam, bam, bam. It's a trick. It's a trick. I've done it before. When they coming off the slip, they're gonna run right into that motherfucking punch. It don't work for everybody.
That sounds good, but do Wilder not a slip?
I don't know. I see some of the videos though. They using that joint, and he tried to do a little something, but I mean, I think he really want to, get his revenge and whatnot, which he should. If he just stick to the script, man, he'll be good. No fighting on the back foot. Fuck that bullshit. You too big for that.
I mean, it's slick a lot. You
Get in
gotta
the
be on the
phone
back
booth.
foot.
Let's get it in.
Wilder's whole training.
The way you knock somebody
Wilder's whole
out is
training
when they
camp.
close to you. I like my man in front of me, so
You
I
can
can
look
fuck
at
him
that
up.
picture
Get fucked up. Huh?
of all his sparring partners, everybody in there, and you can see that his whole training camp was dedicated to building his confidence, not getting
There's
him good
nothing wrong
work.
with
It
that.
was dedicated to building his confidence. I mean, but you got to get some good work. You're about to fight Tyson Fury. You can't have a whole bunch of people in there, yes men, and people in there that'll make you feel good because you're beating up on them. You know what I mean? You're beating up on guys that can't really fight. Like everybody in the picture, I don't know. Like I've never seen, never heard of.
Well, check it out,
Like,
yo. When they were looking at the gloves, right? I was watching. I think it wasn't Blue Blood. It was my man Ego, and they were like complaining about the gloves, and I was like, at that point, if they don't either pay Tyson Fury a couple of M's not to use them gloves, or swap them gloves out, or cancel the fight, at that point I was like, yo, all of them is yes men, and he gonna fucking lose. You know what I'm saying? But I found out that they're gonna fight in the same gloves, so it's on.
All right,
Now,
brother.
let me address.
So you got it in the
Tyson
first
could have fought
4 rounds.
16.
Say what?
I said you got it in the first 4 rounds. Your prediction: 4 rounds for Deontay Wilder, as long as he goes out there and lets his hands go.
Yeah, he gotta let his hands go. That's what you were saying earlier. He gotta let his hands go.
My brother,
it gotta be serious business.
Thank you for pulling up, my brother.
Hold
Yeah,
up.
no doubt. Thank you for having me.
Take care.
He just had something now. Let me address one thing real quick.
All right, go ahead, address it.
This LBDC community, right? I'm the most pro-blackest dude. I actually be out here on some pro-black shit. This shit is boxing because this happened a while ago. Dude was like, they gonna kick me out the LBDC for saying Canelo would beat Charlo. That's my prediction. I was like, styles-wise, Canelo will beat Charlo ass. I'm gonna kick you out the LBDC, this and that, all types of cooneries, this and that. I was like, hold up, this just boxing, dog. This ain't no fucking racial matter, bro.
I mean,
I want to address that right here. He mentioned the guy, like, I like the guy Eagle, but it's like a whole group they call the LBDC. I just found out about them after that because I was like, yo, what is the LBDC? They kicking me out of LBDC. What? But let me address that. This is boxing. This is not no whole like going against the black and the white. I'm looking at the talent and the technique.
Now let me ask y'all a question real quick. We all tied one way or another to Eddie Chambers, right? Eddie Chambers, obviously, somebody who I think super highly of. Obviously, we got Steve Upshur, fucking knows Eddie better than everybody on the screen, and is a brother and fought together. You've obviously been very close friends with Eddie Chambers. Do you think the tie to Eddie Chambers is like a tie to Tyson Fury in a way? Because we know that you know Tyson Fury through Eddie Chambers. You know Tyson Fury through Eddie Chambers. I know of Tyson Fury through Eddie Chambers. You got Peter Fury's phone number. I got Peter Fury's phone number. Do you think there's some bias there coming from y'all?
No.
Let's keep it a buck. If y'all didn't know Eddie Chambers and y'all didn't know Tyson Fury, would you guys be so adamant to say that Tyson Fury just gonna steamroll this boy?
No.
Yeah, just off of seeing it,
he's talking about if we didn't know him for
if you didn't know Tyson Fury.
No, if I didn't see him in the gym or know him or anything, just off of picking fights, if I had to put money, yes, I'm putting money on. I'm putting money on Tyson. not knowing him personally, I'm putting money on Tyson because you see what you see.
It's just The
I got
ability.
Coach Anthony. I got a private message from a dude named Davey. Said I'm a Wilder fan.
Matter of fact, let's go better. I'll give you a funny story with the Eddie situation, right? So we all knew that Tyson Fury back in the day, this is right after the Adamak fight, Tyson Fury actually called main events to fight Eddie. But Eddie had the bicep injury. So Eddie didn't take the fight. That's how they really got cool. So Kevin Johnson stepped in and took that fight. Your guy Kevin Johnson. So I streamed that fight.
Big shout out to Kevin Johnson.
So, I used to be like, yo, this dude's sloppy, uppercutting himself, all types of shit. He's sloppy. When I seen that fight, I called Eddie like, yo, I see why this guy likes you. This dude is fainting, going southpaw, orthodox, moving around. What the hell is this? And then from there, after the Mushinu fight, I was able to talk Eddie into going to camp. And that's how he went to the Fairies when he went to camp for Tyson Fury was supposed to fight David Haye. David Haye pulled out. That's when Eddie calls me from Canada and was telling me like, yo, this dude's going to be Klitschko. And that's how people like me and Steve always had the inside, and Steve went to the camp. It was like, all right, when we knew that fight was coming along, we knew what was going to happen in our heads. And we knew the inside information before everybody else knew how good Fury was.
Hold on, we got somebody right here. Charles, talk to me. Charles fell asleep. All right, Charles. Maybe next time, pal.
We need some more Wilder fans, man.
Yeah, where the Wilder fans?
There's somebody in my chat.
I got 2 Fury fans already, so I don't need no more Fury fans in here. I need Wilder fans.
There's a Wilder.
You mean Fury? I'm a fan, but it's realistically Fury.
Coach Anthony.
Yeah, yup. He's messaging right here. Listen, Davey, I'm gonna send you the link, man. Come talk.
I want to see somebody give like a technical breakdown on why Wilder's gonna win.
No doubt, Fury been cheated. Tori said Fury's already cheating.
I want to see somebody give me an intellectual breakdown on Wilder why he's going to win. Not no hope like he's going to touch him or he's going to
16-ounce gloves to do this. Like he should wear 16-ounce gloves.
We got Davey. Davey, come holler at us.
Brothers, what's happening?
What's happening, man?
What's good?
What's happening? Hey, peace to the chat.
Where you calling from?
Yo, I'm calling from the 808, Hawaii.
Oh, Hawaii. Okay.
Indeed. Aloha. Hey, peace to the chat, peace to the brothers. You know what I'm saying? I'm loving much respect to all of y'all on this, man. But let's get disrespectful. Yo, I mean, y'all really cooning over there. The Smurf in particular. You know what I'm saying? I hear a whole bunch of Wilder haters all up in the room today talking all that shit. And y'all know goddamn well that boy cheated. Part 1 and part 2. And y'all want to avoid all that. Y'all acting just like all them white boy haters out there. Everybody want to run from the facts.
How he cheated?
How did y'all
cheated?
Okay. I'll tell you how he cheated.
Watch him cheat again tomorrow night. Watch him cheat again tomorrow night.
Yeah, that's the same thing he said. That's the same thing he said.
Tomorrow night.
Hey, that's the same thing he said. That's what.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Listen. This is the thing. You can't call me a coon. Wilder ain't never did nothing for me.
Yeah.
Wilder ain't never did nothing for me.
Yeah,
Tyson has. Tyson's done a lot for me and my brother.
But you're ignoring the obvious, and you're deliberately being biased. That's the problem right there. You're ignoring the obvious, and you are deliberately being biased. And I'm gonna tell you how. Because you running off talking about Mark Breland. You running off talking about costume excuses, which I never heard him say. But what you're not talking about is all that goddamn evidence right in front of your face. You ignore all that part.
Costume. That was the first excuse. He said his outfit was 40 pounds.
No, that's an excuse that they ran with. But I never heard him come out and say about his outfit. But he put a video out explaining himself directly. He said, these are the reasons. And y'all want to ignore all of that. and you want to go straight to the hearsay, the speculation, things that you cannot be proven and all that. We know, look, Mark Breland, Spike Water, Eggway. Yeah, but what about the actual evidence in that floppy ass glove? That shit ain't normal. Them crunchy ass old ass glove like they came out somebody's garbage can. That ain't normal, my brother. So you ignored all of that.
No, listen to this. This is the thing, though. I'm the one that picked the gloves for myself and Eddie for every fight. There's 3 pairs of gloves for championship fights. There's 3 pairs of gloves for championship fights. Everybody is right there. The commission, the WBC, the WBA, whoever's sanctioning the fight. Everybody's right there at the after the weigh-in, and they pick the gloves. Coach Anthony's seen it, and Johnny's seen it as well. Like, there's 3 different pairs of gloves that you have to have set. Those are your gloves for the fight. So everybody is okay with the gloves. Everybody is okay with that. They say, you're okay with these. And you also have to have another pair just in case the opponent wants to wear the same ones. You can't just have one for yourself. You have to have the same exact pair for the other guy just in case he wants to wear them in a championship fight.
But that right there, that's what liars do. They credentialize. You start talking about, the commission is there. What about JDs? These guys are professionals. None of that mattered because your eyes saw right there that his hand was not fully in that glove and there was blood all on the inside of that glove. You saw the knots on that man's head. You've been in fist fights. Padding will disperse that power, but all of them knots all over him, that's from knuckles. We've all seen this. So stop trying to ignore all that. And I love it. I love it because I see a lot of people like yourself who can't wait to hate on that man. I don't know what for. Probably because he's taller than you. Probably because he got more money than you. Who knows? But everybody want to hate on the man, but you want to ignore the evidence. And then you want to say excuses. But it's not like he's just saying stuff. He's showing you evidence right there. You saw the man Yankees saw Ricky Hatton yank on his glove. And you said excuses. Man, that's full of shit. And I'm not talking about just you. You just happen to be the scarecrow here right now for all the rest of them haters doing the exact same thing. It's you doing exact, you credentializing, talking about pros. But how many chiefs have the commission caught?
But
how many have they caught?
Yeah, can somebody explain this for me? Because I'm not aware. Hold on. I'm not aware of this. Explain Fury Cam covering up the camera. I'm not aware of this information.
Please do.
Do y'all know?
Okay. Do you want me to explain it, or you want Papa Smurf?
Okay. Whoever knows about what this gentleman's talking about, explain it.
I can explain it, or you want somebody? I can explain it right now. What happened inside of the dressing room? The person who covered the cam, this is what he said himself. Yes, I did unplug the camera. That did happen, but it was all a coincidence himself. He's saying, yes, I was in there. We was hanging up clothes right there, and it unplugged the camera. But while the hands were being wrapped at that very time, coincidentally, that's what he said on somebody's podcast. He said it just happened to unplug at that time while they were, but the commission is there, and Jose Suleiman is right there. Jose Suleiman said, I was right there the whole time. But then we looking at the cams and he was absolutely not there. How are you going to miss that fat ass man? He wasn't there.
That's something to talk. I want to hear what y'all got to say, Fury fans.
I don't even know what the hell he's talking about. I just
you know what the hell I'm talking about. That man unplugged that cam while he was wrapping his hands. It's only one time when they're wrapping their hands and all of a sudden the cam gets unplugged and there's nobody watching anymore. You know what I'm talking about. Don't play Stevie Wonder now like you don't see what's going on.
About these theories, but I know one thing that the opponent's corner is in there and he's supposed to catch all that if it's really happened.
Okay, and so the referee's supposed to catch all that too. And the reason why you got to let it go and why it don't matter because the ref did not catch it in the ring. So that part is absolutely true. The corner was there and they didn't catch it right there. But to say that the commission is holier than thou when they've never caught a cheater, and we all know that all of these different cheaters have cheated, like Margarito and Resto or whatever, all these other cats, and Shaki Foster. We know these different cheatings have happened. The commission have caught 0 of them. Even, I won't say his name, because I don't want to make Mike Tyson mad. But even he said, I dug out the padding in my gloves. They don't catch these cheaters. But it's been all kind of cheating.
Cheaters
Tequila
have
Chris
been
said
caught.
that's why Floyd didn't let Maidana fight him with the same gloves Fury had on. It's on YouTube. Check it out.
Okay, so it's not the truth. So you saying that the commission caught Maidana's gloves?
No,
that was a whole big situation with Robert
Floyd
Garcia.
caught Maidana's gloves. So try it again. So that's wrong. Now, so the commission did not catch Maidana's gloves that were not properly regulated. They were not brand new gloves. That's why Floyd had to complain about it, because he knows these tricks. He been around the game too long. Come on, my man. And where there's smoke, there's fire, and there's too much goddamn smoke.
Look,
that's not the thing.
Here's my question, since you're on Wilder's nutsack, right?
Tell you what gloves you're wearing.
Through all these theories, right? All these theories, because they all just theories. Give me a breakdown on why Wilder would beat Fury. Just give me a breakdown. That's what
Let me give you a breakdown on why Wilder beats Fury. Because in part one, in the very first fight, regardless of what I might think happened in the first fight and floppy gloves and all of that and no padding, regardless of what I might think and the blood on the inside of the glove, regardless of all of that, it was an even fight. It was a 50-50 fight because he knocked him down twice and Wilder won 2 of those rounds. It was a 50-50 fight. I believe now that we're on an even playing field, it's going to be basically a 50-50 fight again, but the adjustments have been made and Wilder is going to take at least 1 extra round, therefore winning the fight in 12 by decision, not by knockout.
You're just going off your hope, right? So break down what made you think it was an even fight, because I only had them 2 rounds for Wilder because them knockdowns. Even on them knockdowns, he came back and was whooping his ass on the same rounds.
You know, I rewatched the fight. I didn't see him whooping his ass. I mean, I rewatched the fight again myself, and that was just today or yesterday. So I didn't see him whooping his ass after he got back up. But I did see that the fight should not have been stopped after he knocked him down.
Delusion your eyes.
I guarantee you Wilder's seen it. I guarantee you he's seen it, and he'll tell you. But this is the thing. So Wilder got that power, right? So the cheating that Fury did kept him from using his power?
Did the cheating keep him? Well, I mean, it kept him honest. It made him respect this man's power. And not only that, but Fury's a better boxer. He's a better boxer than Wilder. Wilder he ain't a great boxer. He's not going to go down as one of the greats. He's not a great boxer. He got bad foot movement, bad body movement. He keeps his legs really wide like Adrian Broner or somebody. He's not a great boxer. The reason he got a bronze medal is because he lost. You don't get bronze medal because you're a winner. You get it because you're a loser.
I mean,
he lost. He's not a great boxer, but he has the great equalizer, and he has enough of the tools in his toolbox in order to get through every single time, in order to win every single time and pull out the win. He dominates. He's the most dominant knockout puncher in the history of our sport.
Are you
so it's not that he's that Fury's a better boxer than that Fury is a better boxer than
he didn't use his equalizer.
He did use equal. Matter of fact, he caught Tyson Fury multiple times. He caught Tyson Fury multiple times, and Fury ate the punches some of those times. Fury ate the punches some of those times. But that was the first time he has ever been through that kind of adversity where somebody actually ate his punches. It's like a bully, and you're used to walking all over people, and now you can't walk over this guy. Now what do I do? Well, he's never actually really had to deal with that kind of adversity. Now he knows what to expect, and he knows one punch ain't gonna get it done anymore.
Now we're getting somewhere. Now you're doing true analysis, and that has nothing to do with the cheating and Tyson Fury's glove being half off and the water being tainted and
potentially
the outfit being half. It ain't got nothing to do. It has something to do with what you just said.
That Fury's a better boxer and this guy's a bully.
He had the
Tyson. Wilder is a bully. Ain't never dealt with that kind of adversity before. So when the adjustments have been made, and when he gets up in there now and he hits Fury with a couple of right hands and he ain't budged, he's not gonna be so shocked and back. He's not gonna start backing up all of a sudden. I saw in the second fight when he cracked Fury, and then he hit Fury, and then he backed up. Wilder backed up because Fury didn't react the way he thought he would react. Wilder backed up. This is a problem. I don't believe that's looking at film study, that's not what he's going to do in this fight right here. He's going to stay off that back foot. He's going to take it to the man, and he's going to sidestep. I'm not saying he's going to be a better boxer than Fury.
But how can he sidestep somebody with better footwork?
Well, after you crack the man, he's going to freeze anyway. So all he got to do is step to the side and then hit him with a couple of left.
So you just say after he cracked him and he took it, he kept on coming.
And Wilder backed up. That's correct. That's what happened.
Yeah, so you say he's going to sidestep. So if he cracks him and he keeps on coming, he sidesteps him with somebody with better footwork. Tell me how he going to technically break that down for it to favor Wilder.
Crack, freeze, sidestep, hit him 2 times with a left. Crack, freeze, sidestep, hit him 2 times like Lomachenko. Hit him with a Lomachenko. That's right, the Matrix on his
He's not
ass.
Lomachenko.
Well, he ain't got to be. And he ain't Lara either. And he ain't Floyd. I know. I understand that. But it don't take that much just to learn real quick in one camp how to sidestep.
No, it actually takes a lot to learn how to properly use the ring.
It doesn't, but it takes a lot to learn how to fight on the back foot. It takes a lot to learn how to fight on the back foot. He's not going to learn that. But as far as a 1-2 sidestep instead of a 1-2-3, if you hit him with a 1-2 sidestep, that's really not that hard to learn in one count.
He's 40 fights in. If he barely does it, it's going to be hard to learn in one camp, and it's going to be hard to sidestep somebody with way better footwork.
Not after you crack the man right in the.
Hold on. Did you just compare Wilder to Loma? I'm done.
Look at y'all. Look at you trying to twist the words up. No, man, get off of that, man. I said he ain't Lara. He ain't Floyd. No.
I'm out.
Yo, hey, peace to the chat. Hey, I love it. Absolutely. I do have Wilder. I got him in 12. I don't have him as a knockout in 3. I got him in 12. I think it's going to be a repeat of the first fight. The difference being he's going to pull out an extra round or 2. That's about it. Yeah, he's going to knock him. He'll knock Fury down a couple of times, but Fury's going to get right back up again. And that's not something he's ever had to face.
Even with
Baby, I'll be thinking about you tomorrow when the fight's happening, man. That's for sure.
Hey, no doubt. And I'm gonna get on your Twitter. I'm gonna get on your Twitter and laugh at you too. All right, as soon as he wins, no problem, no doubt.
All I'm gonna do is report what's going on. I ain't picking sides. You feel me? But you've been real entertaining, bro. Thank you for putting on.
Yo, hey, salute. You know what I'm saying? Salute to all of y'all.
Salute you
no
too.
doubt.
Take care.
Hey, 100. Hey, I happen to be right. Y'all happen to be wrong, but it's okay. All right. Yo,
no,
hey, peace. It's a great fight. Hey, get your barbecue on. It's gonna be a great fight, brothers.
What's his name? What's his name? We gotta remember this guy.
Davey.
Yo, I am I go about a lot of different pseudonyms. I am Christian Hammer.
Okay.
Right,
holla.
Yes, sir. Boy was good. He was good. That motherfucker was funny as hell, man. Put y'all in somebody. Y'all needed somebody to put y'all in y'all place.
I need somebody to technically break it down for me.
Hold up. But he totally backtracked from the. He said all of this stuff like it happened because of the cheating.
I got time for one more Wilder fan, and then I'm gonna have to end this thing soon, man. We've been on here for 2 hours and 18 minutes. I got time for one more Wilder fan. Wilder fans, pull up in here, and chop it up, man. I want to hear somebody else put these Fury fans in their place, since they think Fury's untouchable. You know what I'm saying?
Johnny, here.
We just being realistic. Coach Ant talking like a Wilder fan.
I realistically hate your hair.
You don't like your swag. You could tell you from Pittsburgh.
That's horrible. I'm from Pittsburgh. You walk around like a Smurf.
Come on, Wilder fans. I think J123659 was already up in here.
Yeah. What's the number now? Or you don't need a number, fellas. All you need to do is click that link. I made it very simple for you. You click the link, it's right in the chat. As soon as you click, you pull up in here. You know what I'm saying?
All they got to do is step to the left like Lomachenko.
You got to hit him with 4 lefts.
4 lefts.
You must think he Roy Jones.
Hit him with 4 lefts. You can't just throw 1 left.
You must think he Roy Jones.
It's got to be
we
4.
We got to put a little bit of Usyk and Lomachenko in Wilder. to get him.
Look, Johnny, you got fans. Don't ever let this dude say
Thank you. Thank you.
good. He got fans.
Y'all condone this. You see that? Roman, look, he gave you the hard. He gave you the hard ass, Johnny.
He got fans. Tory, what's good?
Roman, look,
What's good? What's good? I can't even hear you.
Hard ass.
I can hear you now.
You the hard ass.
I bet. So what y'all want to know?
He trying to be on.
It seems like he in the crowd behind him.
Did y'all see Tory in here just now?
You said what?
Did y'all see when I put Tory in?
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, it was just loud.
Don't say nothing for a second because there was like an echo going on.
He might be by a speaker.
Did y'all see when I put Tory in?
You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. It was just loud. Don't say nothing weird.
It's like echo.
I don't know. In the background or something?
I don't got nothing.
Did y'all see when I put weird? Yeah, I can hear you. Tory, I'm gonna kick you. I want you to come back. Weird.
All right, bet.
Yo, that was weird. It's like I could hear the echo of what I was saying after the. What do y'all hear on your end?
I hear your voice from what you said.
A speaker or something.
Yeah, it sounded weird. But if he comes back in and it sounds clear, we'll hear what he's got to say. Somebody said turn your computer off. Somebody else said it's his echo, mute the stream. Okay, maybe that's what it is. We got Tory back in. You got some tips from the people.
It was good. So first I want to talk about the cheating, right? So the first fight, I'm not even gonna say Tyson Fury cheated. The ref cheated. Because when Tyson Fury got knocked out, the ref was like all on Wilder, pushing him and doing all like, hold on, stop doing what you're doing, wasting time. Then you saw him, he was completely knocked out. You don't even count for someone that looked like that. You just say he's out. His eyes was the back of his head. What are you counting for? You know what I'm saying? Now the second fight, his gloves was flopping. Some people told me they was like, when your hand's in a glove, it flops sometimes. That doesn't make any sense. I had gloves on before. The gloves do not flop. Then when you look at his face, right? He looked like he was high out his mind. He never, ever, ever, ever looked like that in his life. So y'all don't question that. Then
who looked high?
Deontay Wilder. Like his eyes was like he looked like he was on some type of drug or something.
All right. So let me ask you. So what are you saying? Are you saying that Well, hold on. Were they saying there was something in the water or something?
Yeah, the water was spiked. That's what I'm saying. Like it was
spiked.
Yeah, like he looked. If you watch the fight over, right, when he come into the ring, he looked high out his mind. His eyes are low. Like when you see.
Let me ask you a quick question, Tory. Not to cut you off.
How you do?
What is the purpose? What would be the purpose for them to do this to Deontay Wilder? Why would they want to allow these things to happen to Deontay Wilder? What's your opinion on that? Why would you want to spike his water? Why would you want to allow Tyson Fury? Wouldn't you agree that Deontay Wilder's more marketable than Tyson Fury?
No, because you like bro, like you know what I'm saying? Like you black, he's outspoken. He's with his African roots and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Tyson Fury appears to be a nice guy. Oh, I came from overcoming drugs and things like that. That's all baloney. That's just, just a facade. You know what I'm saying?
You think it's a racial thing?
Of course it is. They don't want no black man. Just like when Mayweather was in charge, like when he was running, they try to make every excuse in the book to say why he's not the greatest or this and that and the third. Like we all know this is a racial thing. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what it is. That's what it is.
All right. Well, listen. I got two black brothers right here. Go ahead, man. Your opinion.
Does anybody realize that Deontay Wilder is with Al Heyman, a black, very ultra wealthy person that is powerful? Why? And he put a lot of money into Wilder. Why would he let somebody mess his money up like that?
But you acting like
this is Al Heyman we're talking about here. He pays Drake.
But you acting like black man like knows everything. You get what I'm saying? Like bro, you gotta really think, bro. Like, yeah, he's rich and wealthy. Like P. Diddy, for example. P. Diddy is rich and wealthy, but he still
Not
gotta
like
answer
not like
somebody to people higher up to him. You get what I'm saying? It's the same thing with Al Heyman. Yeah, he's a black
Heyman.
rich man,
Heyman
but he still
is
gotta
richer
answer to
than
other
P
people.
Diddy.
Say it again.
Heyman is richer than P Diddy.
But that's not the point. The point is
He,
they still gotta answer to people, so they're not gonna know it all. You get what I'm saying?
I'm confused with what you're trying to say. You trying to say that you think the hierarchies are racist and wanted Tyson Fury to win, so they damaged
I'm saying
Wilder.
who runs boxing? Not nobody black. People, white people.
Right now, Al Heyman has a big control in the boxing, especially in America.
Is he
I can tell
the
you
end all
that's
be
a
all in
fact
boxing?
from behind the scenes.
So answer me this: is he the end all be all in boxing? You get what I'm saying
for
by
the
that?
most part, he got the fighters. Whoever got the fighters, they're the end all.
But he does not run boxing though. That's my point.
He basically does because he has all the top fighters.
Al Heyman runs PBC and he in a way that he did it beyond the Ali Act, where he's an advisor controlling promoters.
Yo, hold on real quick, guys. Mark Higgs, click the link so you can get in here. Tori, I'm gonna let you give me a couple of final words real quick. What's your prediction? How's it gonna end tomorrow?
For those who saying Wilder doesn't need, like, he needs to know how to box with skills or whatever, that's false because everybody he fought he knocked out. So power over skills in his favor. So I predict he knock him out by the 8th round.
Okay, we got an 8th round knockout from my boy Tori, right? Tori?
Yeah, Tori.
You got that right. All right,
Tori, keep on playing Fight Night Champions.
Nah. Bowl is life, you feel me? But y'all be safe, you heard me?
My brother, take care.
Black love.
For sure.
All right, let's bring in what we got here. I said I was only gonna bring one more person on, but this gets so fun, man. I don't be wanting to bounce, so I'm gonna just
we got the hierarchies. We got all this.
I want Marcus Higgs to get in here because he's a white Deontay Wilder fan. So Marcus, get in here. But let's see who we got here. We got Joe. Joe, holla at me.
Hey, what's going on? Can y'all hear me good?
Yes, sir. Where you calling from?
I'm calling from Alabama, 205.
Ooh, y'all in trouble. Y'all in trouble.
No. Alabama Fury Slammer. Alabama Fury Slammer. That's what's going down tomorrow.
Okay.
But I'm not. I got to be realistic. We got to get past those first 3 rounds. And one of the things that I saw the first fight, we got to get that shot, that punch count up. But we get past them 3. We're gonna KO him by 8. This fight is not going past 10.
So let me ask you a question. You believe that he needs to get? So you believe that Fury's a bigger threat in the first half of the fight than the second half of the fight? What makes you say that?
One of the things that made me say that is basically off the first fight of how he responded to when Fury first came out. I don't think that he was ready to let them hands go like he needed to.
When you let your hands go more, you're taking more risk of getting hit with counters and returns.
But here's the thing. I'm gonna break it down to you. You know, Wilder wasn't used to seeing something like Fury, where somebody's that big, fainting, going southpaw orthodox, and being able to move like that. Same thing how he struggled against Luis Ortiz. He wasn't used to somebody fainting. Now he's fighting somebody that's way taller, faster, and moves better than Luis Ortiz with the feints. So his styles make matchups. That's why you probably seen him fighting the Polish guy, and they just sitting there to get hit. He wasn't used to feints and people technically trying to set up punches and traps at him. So that's why you seen Wilder probably punching way more before than you seen at the Fury fight.
Yeah, he was basically hitting human aqua punching bags.
Yeah, they'd be right in front of him and go right into that right hand.
Yeah, I guess I can understand what you're saying.
I
But
tell you what, y'all better have some good soul food ready after this fight. He gonna need it to cleanse his soul.
Yo, Joe, you got an 8. You said 8th round, right?
8.
8th round, baby. You heard
We
it.
ain't going past 10.
All right, Joe. Thank you for your prediction, man. Thank you for chiming in. I'll be here tomorrow, so if you want to pull up after the fight, come holler.
He ain't gonna do that.
Brother.
I'm the total opposite.
We're gonna bring in my boy. Hold on.
Hey, how y'all doing?
You ain't bringing it.
Good. How about you?
Jersey. We got Jersey. I'm assuming you from Jersey.
Yeah, Patterson.
All right. Salute. What's good, bro?
All right. Did y'all just hear about what happened with the glove situation?
What just happened?
What happened?
So Fury, right? He was trying to use some gloves that he used last time that they claimed didn't have much padding. So when they went there to check the gloves, dude Tay Jones from Wilder camp checked the gloves, and he was telling the commission like, "Yo, these gloves don't have enough padding." So they told him that they cut the gloves, and they cut the gloves that Wilder had, and they showed him inside the glove. So everybody agreed that the gloves that Wilder had more padding than the gloves that Fury had. The glove that Fury had a horsehair in it. And they was like, look, we understand what y'all saying, but in this state, these gloves are legal. If you remember in the first fight, they fought in California. Fury used different gloves. So he's using the same gloves he used in the second fight, which is cool. And people are going to say he cheated, but he really didn't cheat. To me, he just found a loophole because the gloves are legal in Nevada. So now what happened was Deontay got in the room and seen the gloves and was like, this shit ain't gonna go. And they was like, okay, well, you can also use these gloves. So Deontay is also going to use gloves with less padding. So they're both going to be on a playing field that's, I guess, fair. So the question I had was, why the fuck didn't y'all check this shit the first time? Then I watched another interview and Wilder admitted that they did not check it the first time. And this is the first time that they're checking these gloves. So now they're both going to be on the same playing field as far as the gloves go. So both of their gloves have the same amount of padding. They're both going to have the same power or whatever. So we can't have no more excuses about these damn gloves.
Hold on. I got something real good. Hold on. I love everything you're saying, Jers. I want to actually do something real quick. There's another gentleman till this day, so I'm assuming that's another Wilder fan. So now it's 2-on-2. I'm just the mediator. Till this day, what's good?
What up? Can y'all hear me?
Oh, yeah, we can hear you. But before you talk till this day, go ahead and address what my man Jer said, Steve.
Okay.
Nah, my connection's bad. I'm a come back.
I tried to do something different. Didn't work out. Go ahead, Steve, talk.
No, all right. So, like, that's a lie that Wilder said that they didn't check because they catch you right after the press conference. And the way
What do you mean?
they catch you right,
what do you mean exactly?
When you're at the arena, like when you're at the event, like you just got done doing the face-offs, you might have to sign some gloves, you might have to fill out your paperwork, you know what I mean? Whatever for your team or whatever to get in the back, or you have to do all of that. And then they take you right over and both teams are there. Both teams are there and y'all decide the gloves. Whatever gloves that you choose, there has to be another matching pair in case your opponent wants to wear them. That's
no. I'm asking you. I don't understand what you're saying. Like, what do you mean?
What he's saying is how Wilder said he didn't.
How Wilder said that he didn't see that they didn't check on the first time. It's every time. Every time both teams are there. Both teams are there.
So I guess we're talking about two different things. When I said he said he didn't check them, he's saying that when they cut open the gloves and everything, because this time I guess they're being more extensive about the glove, whatever. He said that they didn't actually see the inside of the gloves and all that other bullshit. Like you said, he might be lying, might be telling the truth. I have no idea. I wasn't there. But he claimed that the second fight, they didn't do that. I don't know.
As a fighter, you've been around boxing for more than a year or two. You can feel it and look at a glove and see it as different. Like, and that you don't want the other guy to use that, or you want to use it too.
But then you got to also remember, Deontay admitted that JD's did that, and also Tyson Fury admitted. I guess he believed in JD's that much. I don't know.
But he kept him. He's still there.
Yeah, he's still there. This shit's confusing as hell to me. I don't know what the fuck JD's got on him. I don't know.
Yeah, that's why I was saying earlier is the assumption where the guy was like, the guy earlier said they called him a coon, but Deontay Wilder fired Mark Brillen and started JD's. Then I was like, just to make an assumption, I'm not during the camp. From what I know, JD's had Wilder since the beginning in the amateurs.
Yeah.
So that's probably why he's still around compared to Mark Brillen.
Well, do you know the real reason why I guess they claim that they released Mark?
Yeah. Because he supposedly threw the towel in, and Wilder felt like he shouldn't have threw the towel in.
Yeah. And did you hear the backstory about the whole towel, how they felt about the whole towel shit?
Not deep, go into it.
They claimed that Breland wasn't even standing up when he threw the towel. They said that usually if you're concerned about your fighter, you're standing up. They said Breland was sitting down when he threw the towel in. They also felt like if Breland was going to throw the towel in, he should have told Deontay before that round started. They said usually a coach would tell a head trainer would tell his fighter, hey, this is getting bad. I'm going to stop it if I'm not seeing this or that from you. And it was like, that's why they felt like he's a coward and all this other bullshit, because they felt like he should have warned Deontay, or he should have talked. They said he didn't talk to anybody in the camp about it. He just threw the towel.
He's the head coach.
I agree with you.
Do you see
hey,
John?
I agree with you. If he felt like Deontay was in that much trouble, he should throw the towel. I ain't go.
Do you see John Gruden wasn't a defensive coordinator to make a play call? No, if he's the head coach, I'm gonna make the damn call. When you're playing Madden, do you ask Madden or do you ask the assistant? No, you ask Madden. He's the head coach. He makes the call.
I ain't gonna disagree with you, bro.
So, George, who you got? Who are you picking?
I got Wilder, bro. Come on, I'm black. Fuck out of here. This is my third time going for Wilder.
I gotta get to the bottom of this real quick.
At this point, right?
Why is it that black people feel that they have to be loyal to Wilder in this situation? Why is it that this is a black thing? Can I ask that question?
Okay, so to me, it's a black thing because he's fighting a UK fighter. It's mainly strictly that.
It's an American thing.
Why can't it be?
So yes,
American?
It's more of a black American thing than just a black thing. He's the American fighter. I'm going with the American.
But then what that does?
Are you speaking from a fan's perspective as far as emotions go, or are you using intellect and saying I really believe he's going to win?
I really believe this time he should win. Like I said, I went for him every time. The first time, I thought that he can do it. In my opinion, he did knock out Fury. They didn't stop the fight. Cool, whatever. The second time, I don't give a fuck about none of them excuses. Wilder came in there to fight. He talking about he felt the type of way when they took the mask off and all that shit. Bro, that's excuses. You lost. Cool. But I feel like he's been sitting and he I don't think people understand this. Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder are the two top heavyweights. After this, whoever wins, I don't think either of them will ever lose again. But this ruins one of their
young boys coming up.
This ruins one of their reputations because Deontay will never be undisputed, and Tyson, in my opinion, can beat everybody else. So Tyson will be undisputed. And if it goes the other way, if Deontay does win, he will be undisputed, and Tyson will never be undisputed.
What makes you think Deontay Wilder will be undisputed if he wins?
No one else is going to beat Deontay Wilder except Tyson Fury.
You don't think that any other heavyweight has a chance? Really?
Please name me another heavyweight that you think can beat Deontay Wilder.
We just saw Usyk beat Anthony Joshua.
Okay, so let's use Usyk, right? Because I actually watch boxing. Usyk, if you look at his face and if you look at that fight, Usyk got hit by Anthony Joshua. It's just that Anthony Joshua just clearly just got outboxed. If Deontay Wilder is hitting Usyk the way Anthony Joshua hit Usyk would have been out of there. Usyk would not have lasted 12 rounds getting hit by Deontay Wilder. Did you see his face?
Yeah, but Usyk wouldn't take those kind of risks with Wilder. He would be well equipped for that.
But okay, so you're not making any sense. So you're saying that
I'm not saying Usyk can beat I'm not saying Usyk can beat Wilder, but that's not a fight that I would be so quick to.
Yeah, there's actually a couple people, and one of them is black. There's a kid named Jared Anderson coming up.
Yeah,
and he's sparring with Tyson, right?
Just give him 2-3 years, and I technically break it down. The kid can go orthodox, southpaw, real slick, strong, 6'4", 6'5".
So you said 2-3 years, right? I watched Jared Anderson. You said 2-3 years. I don't know if y'all watch what Wilder is saying, or if y'all listen to what Wilder is saying. Wilder said that after he become undisputed, he's only fighting like 2 or 3 more times. So these 2 or 3 years you're talking about Jared Anderson, Wilder might already be retired.
After this fight, he might retire.
He's not retiring after this fight. I believe he could still beat Anthony Joshua. I believe he could still beat Usyk.
But we're gonna go back to it because I'm pro-black. I'm pro-black.
Can't
tell
the way you picking Fury.
But when it comes down to it, I don't be emotional over this boxing shit. I break down the matchups and all that. That's because I really be in it. I don't be emotional. I get it. I even say I expect for the black fan to vote for the black fan. But I'll be like, I break it down the matchup. I don't see no way that Wilder's gonna beat Fury. Then I look at it, I'm not deep emotional because Wilder ain't paying me.
So I have a question. If you truly feel like there's no way he can beat him, and this is the reason why they have a third match.
Chance.
Then
That's
listen,
very slim. I can't be like, oh yeah, he only got a puncher's chance. That's like saying Madonna could beat Floyd because he only had a puncher's chance because he hit hard. No.
But Maidana was not a knockout artist, so that's not the same. Maidana did not have one punch knockout power.
Yes, he did.
When? Name me 5 fights and Maidana knocked somebody out with one punch.
Well, one punch? He knocked a lot of people out, and he was known for hitting
No. Not knock people out. Name me 5 fights he knocked people out with one punch.
It wasn't Wilder.
How many fighters knock people out with one punch?
Exactly. That's the point I'm making.
But my whole point is just because he has one punch power, I'm not going to favor a person with just one right hand against somebody who has a whole arsenal. And especially on Trilogy, when somebody has a whole arsenal, they have the advantage.
Hey, Coach Anthony, listen to Johnny using all those syllables.
No, but I'm just being honest because I'm like, I get it. The blacks, I get the blacks, but I was like, I just break it down on a matchup where it's like, I just don't see Wilder winning. That's the same thing how I was telling you before. The LBDC got mad at me. That's because I said Canelo will beat Charlo. And I
truly believe that. I don't think Canelo will ever lose again. After that loss to Floyd, I don't think nobody can beat Canelo.
I mean, there's a couple matchups. His hardest matchups will be Benavidez, and he's dipping Demetrius Andrade for a reason because that's a tough style matchup.
No, it ain't.
Do you truly believe? So you're telling me that that he's better than Lara? I think Lara was his toughest matchup, and they cheated Lara and gave that to him. I don't think
is better than Lara.
Yeah, do you think Bubu's better than Lara?
Would beat Lara. There's a reason why Lara didn't fight Andrade either.
He'll run Andrade out the ring, Johnny.
No, he won't. It's a tough matchup. He got the length,
flimsy.
The size,
he ain't strong enough. He ain't strong enough.
You can think that, but there's a reason why he's not trying to fight him because it's a tough matchup.
No, the reason why nobody's trying to fight Boo Boo is because Boo Boo name is not popular enough. I need money, bro. I'm not fighting this dude for what?
But he goes. So Caleb Plant that popular?
Caleb Plant got belts.
Boo Boo has a belt too since '54.
Caleb Plant sells out.
You said what?
His hometown. Caleb Plant sells out in his hometown.
Fills out in his hometown. Boo Boo filled out Rhode Island too. My whole point is just his excuses. Is the reason why he don't want to fight him. It's a tough matchup.
Well, I think it was a tough matchup. I think now, we don't know anymore with Boo Boo. Boo Boo hasn't shown in recent fights and has not been active enough for us to sit here and still say that he could beat Canelo. There was a time where you could have made that argument.
My whole
now,
point,
I think that argument.
You can make the debate. I'm just saying it's the hardest matchup. I'm just saying why he won't fight. Like, it's a certain reason why he won't fight him.
But how do we get here again? I got lost for a second. How do we get to Canelo? Why are we talking about Canelo?
No, I'm just saying that. No, we got to Canelo because I broke down that me as being in around the boxing circle, I don't get deep down into race. I get deep down to matchups. LBDC it's like an emotional thing with the Charlos. I was like, Canelo beat Charlos, they got mad at me. Same thing as people get looking at me crazy because I saying Tyson Fury will beat Wilder just off a technical aspect.
Well, yeah. So hold on. Before we move on, I got like a couple more people who want to get in here. Jers,
yeah. All right, man. It was nice talking to y'all, man.
For sure. Prediction, Jers. Final prediction.
Oh, final prediction. I got Wilder before round 6. Knockout.
Say no more. Thank you for pulling up.
Thank you.
Let's go ahead and let's bring in Geoff Rush Manzingo.
Gio.
What's up, fellas? Y'all hear me?
Where you calling from, brother? Where you calling from?
Y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jeff, man.
You got to turn off your computer. There's an echo going on.
I'm calling from Mississippi Gulf Coast, about 60 miles east of New Orleans. All right. What I want to do, man? Oh, my bad, brother. Y'all got me now?
Yeah, you're better. You're better now.
All right, thanks. All right, all right. I want to know, y'all three are the experts. Wilder's coming in a career heavy again, right? So that tells me, as a fan, he knows he can't hang with a Fury, boxing. So he's all in for the early KO, right? Or am I wrong? Am I missing something?
I don't know if he's going for the early KO. I'm sure that's part of the plan. I'm sure he would prefer to get him out of there early. I think the extra weight is more because he knows he's going to be boxing a guy who's pretty heavy, and he wants that extra strength to try to muscle when they're in the tie-ups and the clinches, whatever you want to call it. Right. And I think that he believes that that's going to help him in those situations, the extra weight. I personally believe that's the reason.
So all right, let me ask you something else.
I agree.
I don't think his
You disagree or agree?
No, I agree.
Oh, okay. All right, go ahead. Continue.
I don't think his game plan is going to be the same. He probably wasn't expecting Fury to actually do what he said last time and come at him like he did, right? I don't think Wilder, he's not going to be surprised by that this time.
He can't do nothing about it.
Yeah, but you don't think he could just stand his ground, not take a step back, and just try to make it a street fight? It's like he blows in the middle of the ring.
It's like an NBA player that can only dribble with his right hand. He can't go to his left. You just play him to his left. Make him go to his left. You know he can't do it. Make him go that way. Cut off the right. Make him go to the left.
Hold on, Steve. I want to say something, Steve, real quick to you, and I'm gonna bring you in, Gio. I'm not gonna, you know what I mean. And you too, Johnny. This is for you. We watched Wilder knock out Luis Ortiz. Would you guys both agree that Luis Ortiz is a highly technically better boxer than Wilder?
Yep.
Okay. We watched Tyson also put Tyson Fury on his ass 2 times in one fight. Why is it so hard to believe that he could land his right hand in this fight tomorrow? Why is this so difficult for y'all to fathom that he can't do? Like, he's been outgunned skill-wise numerous times in his career. Why is this so hard for y'all to believe that he can get this shot off? That's what I'm not understanding from y'all.
You go back
because he missed
Ortiz.
his shot.
Yes, Luis Ortiz is more of a technically better fighter than Wilder. The dude is old and slow on his feet.
But he didn't look old and slow when he got knocked out in that second fight. He looked good.
Yes, he did.
He looked good. He was out. He was winning the fight.
But he still looked slow on his feet.
It wasn't that he was old. It was the fact that him sitting back boxing that always gave Deontay Wilder that chance to sit and hone in on the target, his chin with that right hand. That always gave him that chance. With Fury Fury's coming, so he don't have that time to sit and aim at where he needs to hit with that right hand. He don't have that time. Like, and he doesn't know how to fight in the inside to land those shots in the inside.
Well, you're a professional fighter, Steve. You don't believe that there's times where you try to be aggressive and it works against you? You walk into shit because you got a little bit overconfident, a little bit overzealous in an exchange, and then you get caught with something that makes you say, whoa, let me slow my ass down. You don't think there's a chance he might come full force, possibly get caught, possibly say, whoa, that shit hurt. Let me start boxing. And then he's giving him a chance to launch that shot off.
No,
You're acting like it's gonna work one way.
But this is the thing, when you got this and you're a true fighter at heart, you know you can break that guy. You take that shot and you keep going. You made up in your mind you're going forward. You're going forward. Knock me out. Knock me out then. If you don't knock me out, that's your ass.
And here's another thing that Fury exposed that a lot of people don't see in Wilder. When you fight that man at the end of his punch, that's when he's the most dangerous. When you smother him and fight him in the inside,
you don't know how to do it.
He can't do it.
Let's let you talk. Gia, I kind of took your time, man, by giving
me. Man. Let me just say, I don't question either one of them's heart. You know, Fury with that cut against Wilder, and he fought like 7 rounds with that, won the fight. Wilder fought 7 rounds with a torn bicep. I mean, they both got heart. I think my prediction, Wilder gets him in round 4. He catches him with a shot in round 4. If it goes past that, though, I think Fury get a KO. You know, I think that way to, gas.
So you feel the advantage goes to Wilder later in the fight.
No, I think the advantage goes to Fury. I just think that Wilder, I mean, hell, this is a 3rd fight, man. I think he's eventually going to find that punch. I think he's just going to stand in the middle and just go for broke. That's what I think he's going to do. And I think he'll find the punch in round 4. I hope he does anyway. But if it goes past that, I think Fury will probably KO him, you know.
But hold up, Coach Anthony, you hear what all of the Wilder people said, though?
Now, hold on. I want to say something before you say something. For all my black people in the chat, we got a white guy here supporting Deontay Wilder. So, it's okay to go against your race in a boxing situation if you personally like that boxer or feel that boxer is the better fighter. That's my opinion on it. I stopped rooting for Puerto Rican fighters because they were Puerto Rican when Bernard Hopkins beat Felix Trinidad. I no longer started picking Puerto Rican fighters based off the fact that they were Puerto Rican. If I did go for the Puerto Rican fighters because I really felt they were going to win, it wasn't because I thought they were Puerto Rican. When Cotto fought Mayweather, I went for Mayweather. You see what I'm saying? So I just wanted to put that out there for all my black people in the chat, because there's a lot of people who's black in the chat who's really, really feeling this is a race situation. In reality, this is a boxing match. You know what I'm saying? So
the thing is, ain't no
so it's dope that you came on here, Geoff, because you're obviously rooting for Wilder, and that's dope.
Right on. I appreciate y'all having me, man. I just wanted to get those questions out there, y'all.
You the man, my brother. Take care.
I'll ask tomorrow night. Thanks.
All right. You know what I mean? It's dope to see that. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, I know, John, you get a lot. I know you get a lot of pullback because you're definitely in the pro-black community, and there's nothing wrong with being pro-black. Big shout out to all my pro-black people. But boxing is boxing, man, and I just think that people need to remember that in these situations, man, before it turns into something else. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's why I say, like, I'm not getting too emotional into boxing. Whoever's the better skilled man is going to win. I'm pro-black, but Wilder is getting washed. I agree with the same thing. F2.
The thing is like,
it is what it is. It's boxing, man. You know what I mean? Look, like I said, man. I remember when I picked Trinidad to beat Hopkins, bro. But I didn't know shit about boxing at that time.
That's what, like, me personally.
The hard way. It ain't about race.
I'm not mad at people voting for Wilder, this and that. Like, I get it. Even if you vote for Wilder and be like, in your head like Tyson Fury. The reason I was like Tyson Fury, because me personally voting for him is because I seen how much he did for Eddie and stuff like that. He's a good dude. I know him personally. I met Wilder briefly a couple times. He's a cool dude, but I got a bond with Fury.
You know
But
what? Wilder
exit that
is a
out.
cool ass dude.
But
Wilder
yeah,
is a
exit
cool ass
that out.
dude.
But exit that out. If it was the outside looking in, yeah, and I never met Fury, I never met Wilder, and I just know the sport, yeah, I would probably root for Wilder, but knowing damn well that he can't beat Fury, technically in my head. That's why I was like, I told people, as a betting man, I'm not betting on Wilder. I'm not losing my money knowing damn right the other dude is better. I don't care if you black, white, Mexican, Puerto Rican, Dominican, Cuban. Pro-black doesn't mean you're
Exactly.
anti anything.
That's what I was just about to say.
I agree.
I'm okay with the pro-black thing, even though it sounds racist. Like that, I'm okay with the pro-black thing, but like when you're exclusive of others, like you exclude others from that want to be a part of it. Like you know, like that want to be a positive, like towards you. Like if you exclude them just because they're different, that's wrong. I feel like.
Like right now, I'm hearing most Wilder fans would be like, "Yo, break it down, break it intellectual way that Wilder gonna win."
You hear all of them say, "Well, maybe this or hopefully," you know what I mean. None of them really think that it's good. None of them they see it.
Well, there's nothing wrong with saying I want Wilder to win because he's the black fighter.
Yeah,
but,
there's nothing wrong.
But I don't know if he can deal with the skills. Or that's more because I can understand that. You know what I'm saying? Rooting for your race, because boxing is very race.
Yeah,
I mean, come on, man. Look at all the Mexicans and everything like that. Like, they literally sell fights based on race. That's how boxing programs you. So I'm okay with that. But when it becomes you're a sellout, it's like, hold on, cool out, man. Like, this is boxing, bro.
Like, let's say for Trinidad, the reason you was like, I didn't know boxing as much, so you rooted for Trinidad. But say, all right, it came around again, Trinidad versus Bernard Hopkins. You can still root for Trinidad, but in your head, knowing boxing, you probably be like, it's gonna be hard for him to beat Bernard. Just the style.
Well, yeah. Well, now I just go for the fighter that I personally like how they fight. You know, I go for the style that I personally like, and based off the attributes. And I'm really in the middle now. I don't really care who wins anymore. I just base it off, okay, I think this guy does this better, I think, and based off the attributes, I'll make a decision. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like, I'm actually excited to see that blacks is, you know, rooting for Wilder, but when it comes to like, you're a sellout, this and that, no, like, Fury is definitely the better boxer, the physically better skilled fighter, better I'm gonna say athlete, but better, more skilled at that sport. I just don't see it.
And I'm with you guys on 99% of what y'all saying, but the only thing that I think that I feel a little bit different from you guys is I just think you guys aren't giving him any chance to land that right hand. I can't, you know, from my experience in boxing, it ain't that hard to land the fucking right hand. It's not that damn hard. So when you have a right hand like Wilder's, you're always in the fight. It ain't like I'm asking him to do a spinning wheel kick. He's throwing the right hand.
Here's also the thing, Coach Shambo. I think
that's all he got to do is land that bitch.
The difference
I feel like it's impossible to happen.
That's the thing. He landed it. He landed it.
He even landed the second fight.
Now Fury is not going to let him land it again.
He landed the second fight, but the difference is he known, like, I know that right hand coming.
He gonna be what, 270? How much did Fury weigh in the last fight? Do y'all know?
He weighed 265,
256 or something like that.
256, 20 pounds heavier. It's gonna be harder for him to avoid a right hand if he's trying to get away from it. But if he comes in and smothers, that's gonna be a different thing.
That's probably, he already said he's gonna go after him. When you expecting it, that's why I said, like, I'm not like breaking down boxing. I'm not going to favor somebody who just got a right hand over somebody who got more of tools in their box. Like, no. And then as more you get into the fight, the more gifted boxer has the advantage.
I think you guys are. I mean, I think like if I had to bet the house on it, I'm betting on Fury. There ain't no doubt about it. If I had to bet the house, But
I'm back.
But I'm not going to say that he's not going to get knocked out tomorrow because there's still a chance.
Yeah, I say you heard me say it's a slim
Yes, there's
chance of
a
that right
chance.
hand. Early on, the later it goes, the more that right hand.
What if he just comes out? What if he just comes out there guns and blazing? What if
He
Malik
goes out
Scott
there
tells
guns
him,
and
listen,
blazing.
bro, listen, I was talking to Eddie last week and he made a really good point. I really like what he said about how Anthony Joshua should have fought Usyk. He said he should have fought Usyk like it was a 5-round fight. Fuck a 12-round fight. Go out there for 5 rounds, let your hands go, box him in, make him feel like the walls are closing in on him. You know what I'm saying? That's how he should have fought Usyk. That's what Eddie said.
Yeah.
If Wilder does something similar, he may
Ask yourself,
be
is
able,
Wilder the bigger guy?
if he just acts like it's a 5-round fight and says, you know what, I don't give a shit how I look. I don't care how sloppy I look. I'm launching this bitch for fucking as much as I can until I gas.
But what happened if Fury putting the pressure, fighting him in the inside and stuff?
It's going to be an ugly fight. It's going to be a real ugly fight. The Fury will win for sure. Too much weight.
Yeah, that's why it's just a whole. Everything favors Fury besides a right hand. Besides a right hand, I just don't see it, and I'm just looking like when you ask Wilder fans, it's like I hope or I was like, give me an intellectual breakdown. They was like sidestep him and hit him with 4 lefts. I was like, you must think he's Roy Jones now, like.
If he sidesteps and hits him with 4 lefts tomorrow, y'all gonna feel crazy.
Yeah, I'll be like, oh, who is it, Roy Jones? Or they must think he Roy Jones or Jerron Ennis or somebody.
I don't even know why they keep saying 4 lefts when he has a good right hand. Why would we want to land 4 lefts? Wouldn't we want to land 4 rights? What's up with the lefts? I don't understand.
I'm not delusional.
That shows the lack of
Come in,
knowledge.
Stephen Curry.
Yo, Stephen Curry, all you gotta do is click the link and then you're in here. You ain't call nothing. Just click that link here, Stephen Curry, and pull up in here. Yo, this has been one of my most funnest lives. I ain't even gonna lie, yo.
Yeah, this lit. You know, I'm on. I usually I'm on the East Coast right now. I'm on West Coast time.
Man, it is. Man, I got a little bit more time. It's 2 a.m., man, so it's cool. Having some fun, man. That's how I spend my Friday nights now. I don't go to the club no more. So
yeah, you know, when I'm in Philly, I be chilling, man. I lay low. People getting body out there.
All right.
Three lefts make it right.
Where you at?
It's
LA?
like all types of hopes, bro. I need him to get the Lomachenko feet.
Yeah, they're expecting a lot from Wilder.
Yeah, I'm like,
step throw 4 lefts, Lomachenko.
They must think Malik
3 lefts
Scott
make
must
it
be
right.
which club. Malik Scott, I believe, will be a great trainer. I believe.
I think he has the potential, but you know, this is his first rodeo as a top trainer. You know what I mean? It's not
just
easy
like,
to just hop in like that. But
when you talk to Malik, he is like an intellectual. How he breaks down. It's kind of remind me how like talking to you, talking to Eddie, Steve. He breaks down the science of boxing. That's how I believe he'd be a good trainer. But it's like the dude is 36, 37 years old, been in the habit like all.
It doesn't come. It's very difficult to change a man. You know what I mean?
You know, now let me expose this because he was talking shit, right? This man is so emotional, tied into Puerto Ricans that when Miguel Cotto and them lost, he cried.
Damn.
Yeah, let me expose you because I see you talking shit on the chat.
Don't try that because you Puerto Rican.
I'm mixed, but
don't even try that.
I don't be that emotional attached.
Nah, you're Rican. You're a poppy.
You're supposed to represent for your Puerto Rican side.
I don't be emotionally
attached. You're a poppy.
Yo, Ramon,
Johnny,
I'm gonna fix him. You heard? He's gonna represent. I'm gonna make this dude learn to represent for Puerto Ricans.
Like I had Miguel Cotto beating Zab Judah.
He talking about when Margarito.
Yeah, you cried.
Well, I was lit off of.
Let me bring it.
What was I lit off of? I can't even remember. That shit was so long ago.
It was good.
Yeah, Ramon cried.
Yeah, I'm laying down, bro. I was getting ready to go, but
Yo, Stephen, I can't hear you.
y'all still on here and shit. Ramon cried.
My man,
Straight
I
Steph
couldn't
Curry
hear
with
him.
the rock, boy.
Hold on, let's bring in Prince Ali. Prince
What was I
Ali.
on? I was on some shit.
What's going on, y'all?
Hey,
How
you
y'all
can bring
doing,
more
man?
people on here like that.
Yeah. Prince, what's good? Talk to us.
What's going on? I just want to say something about the first fight. You know, I felt like the second fight was real sketchy because how you go 12 rounds with somebody and they call you a basically a pillow puncher, and now all of a sudden the second fight, now all of a sudden you have the best, you knocking this dude out and you doing this and that. So I felt like it was real sketchy. So, but I'm going with Wilder, man. I'm going with Wilder. But I feel like I wouldn't bet my money on Wilder, but I want Wilder to win. Actually, I wouldn't bet on Wilder though, to be honest, because he has a puncher's chance, and like this guy was saying, you'd rather go for somebody who would you go for? Somebody that has a puncher's chance or somebody that has all the tools? And Fury, I feel like, is the best boxer skill wise in heavyweight division right now. I don't think nobody has a better skill than Fury, to be honest.
I can't hear him like
But my heart
that.
is with Wilder though.
Which I respect that, but going into the first fight, did he hurt Wilder? Yeah, he had Wilder hurt a couple times. He shook Wilder a couple times.
He finished
The
the
big
fight.
difference was that he knew what to do the second fight. I'm not going to just stand there on the outside and box. I'm gonna put on his weight, put on his muscle, and just go straight forward to him, make him fight off his back foot.
Yeah,
That was
Prince.
just the big difference.
I think the main difference between the first and the second fight was just the approach that Tyson Fury had.
He came forward.
Yeah, I think the first fight,
Yeah.
Tyson Fury, was respecting what he heard, and he tried to box. I think in the second fight, they just made an adjustment, and I think that's why you saw a different outcome. I don't really think it was any foul play. I just believe that it was just a different approach, and he had a good team to come up with that approach. You know what I'm saying?
How do you explain the damages though?
I think the damage came from a 250, 60 plus man punching you. I just think that's the damage that you're going to receive when you're getting punched by a guy 30, 40 pounds heavier than you, who knows how to punch, who knows how to fight, who's resting his body on you. I just think the outcomes, you know what I mean?
What fight people don't talk about? That's why it's a kind of race thing. Like I told people, the first fight was a close fight, and the second fight he made the adjustment, just the better all around fighter. The Andre Ward and Kovalev. The first fight was a close fight. He got dropped. I think Andre Ward towards the end was kind of you could argue pull it off. As some people say they think Kovalev, they got an argument. But I had Andre Ward because he took the last 6-7 rounds. To me, he edged it. But the second fight, you just seen the better fighter. First fight, I understand, make the adjustments. The person who makes the better adjustments is the better all around craft. You seen it happen. That's the same thing that's going with this Wilder versus Fury.
I wouldn't be
The more they fight, whoever got the better tools and the more ring IQ and the intellect of this boxing is going to have the advantage.
I want to see how it's going to go because I see that this dude, I was just looking online another channel, and I seen that what they said is that Wilder, they're going to be basically fighting with the same gloves because it was legal for him to use the gloves that he was using. So it's not like it was illegal gloves, it's legal. So basically when they checked out the gloves, they was like, nah, man, he can't be fighting in these gloves. So the guys was like, listen, this is legal, man. He can fight in these gloves. You can't do anything about it. So I think Wilder might be fighting in the same gloves. So, I mean, we'll see. You got to touch him, though.
So, final prediction.
Final prediction. I got, damn, this shit is hard as shit. To be honest, man. For real, man. My heart is going Wilder, but Fury, he's good as shit, man. Final prediction, man. Fury. Yeah.
Fury how?
Honestly. Fury by... Fury would probably stop him before the 7th, 8th round.
All right, thank you, Frank. I appreciate
it. Yeah, take care, man. Blessing, Coach Anthony. I see you in South Box Gym, man, a few times. I see you over there with Eric Kelly and everything. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, with the pad work, your pad work game is real, man. You one of the elites, man. You one of the top dogs out there, man. Definitely top coaches out there, man.
Shout out to Eric Kelly too.
For real, man. God bless you. Y'all take care, man.
You too.
Salute.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think it's interesting that you do got a lot of Wilder.
He came in repping Wilder, and then y'all manipulated him to change his.
No,
but
he
I get what he was saying. Y'all gotta cut that out, bro.
We didn't
Respectful
manipulate.
because he's true. Like I say, it's okay to root for Wilder. Don't
I
mind
told
rooting
you
for
they don't
Wilder. It's
believe
good,
it.
but
Yeah,
They
he was
don't
like in
believe
the
it. They
head.
know better.
But there is a lot of
I can only
guys.
imagine
There is
how
a
they
lot of
took the
people
females, yo. They
rooting for
just start
Wilder
running
though.
that game, and that's it. They began all of them shorties' heads, man.
Like
No, I
it's
think there is a lot of people that want Wilder to win, and
which is cool.
It's funny because Fury can beat Wilder more than just he can outbox him, he could win in 12 rounds, and he could stop him. But everybody's hung on Wilder stopping Fury. So it's funny to me because while Fury can actually win more ways than Wilder can. You know what I mean? So, I guess everyone's hoping that Malik Scott can put in Wilder's, in a game plan that he can set a trap, some type of trap where he can actually bait Fury or make it, I don't know, maybe Fury will lose focus or something like that. I think that it could happen if if Fury for some reason loses focus in that 1 second and Wilder can land that shot. We don't know. Maybe Fury will get hurt. Maybe he'll hit him on the top of the head somewhere where he won't be able to recover. He'll get the shaky leg going and stuff like that. Because them first 2 knockdowns that Wilder was able to get on Fury in that first fight, he recovered really well. He wasn't shaky. He was coherent. He was well aware of what happened. You know what I mean? Even especially that last knockdown, which was crazy after fighting, those 12 rounds. He was able to get up. He didn't lean over on the referee, fall on the referee or anything. He didn't even need the ropes or anything like that, and he still fought Wilder back. So we'll have to see. But I'm with Coach Ant though. I do have a sneaky feeling. I do have like this sneaky feeling that Wilder, like I don't know, it's maybe because so many people keep saying the knockout and the power thing, but Wilder is you can't count him out until you stop him. You can't count him out until you stop him, or you make it to 12 rounds.
Listen, what I saw what Wilder did in the first fight when he almost put him out in the 12th round of a fight that he was getting dominated in. I said, yo, you can't count this dude out. When he fought Luis Ortiz and he was losing that fight clearly, and then he knocked out Luis Ortiz. I said, dude, this guy's different. This is a guy that you have to wait till
he was losing.
The hand is being raised before you count him out.
Yeah, there's plenty of fights that Wilder was losing.
Because he was losing to Gerald Washington, a bunch of guys. What's his name? What's the Polish guy, the southpaw?
Spliska.
Spilka was giving him work. And then
until they raise the opponent's hand, Deontay Wilder's in that.
But hold up.
Until you put him on his back, until you put Wilder on his back, and he's done, or until you get to that 12th round and the bell rings, that's the only time you're safe. Because if he land that, but then go ahead, Steve.
Nobody mauled him or backed him up and tired him out.
Yeah, no.
None of them have ever done that. Tyson did that. So that took that power. All that power was away. It was gone.
Yeah.
Everything was gone.
No, and I'm a Fury. I got Fury winning, but like we were talking about over the phone before we got cut off. Like Steve, what you think about this scenario? In that first fight, when Tyson Fury got knocked down on his back, if 9 other referees would have been officiating that fight, how many would have stopped that fight immediately once his head hit that bounce off the floor?
I don't think any of them, because it's a heavyweight title fight.
No,
they all
not even one
heavyweight title fight. Maybe Richard Steele.
He said maybe Richard Steele. So just one out of 10. Well, yeah.
I think they all give him the benefit of the doubt. And they're gonna count to 10.
So only one.
I think they all gonna count to 10.
One would have waved it off. Oh, they would have gave him that full 10.
Nah, they're all gonna count to 10. they're all gonna count to 10. You got to give the heavyweight. You got to give the heavyweight champion a chance.
Because you know how many you seen fights where once a guy hit the canvas, the way they hit it or how that punch hit landed, they'll wave that shit up. They won't even give him no
But
10
that
count.
all goes on the way that the fight is
I'm
going.
just saying how.
But it all goes on
also,
the
like
way.
the dude
It
said
goes
too,
on the
it's
way the
like
fight is going and who it
I don't
is.
count that because people can say that with the first Luis Ortiz and Wilder fight.
I'm a Fury guy though. I'm a Fury guy, but I'm saying I'm trying to help some of these Wilder fans out too.
You hear me? I was like that whole he got up. No matter how you argue it, people can say that about Luis Ortiz. The
No,
first
he
fight on
did.
Wilder.
But I'm saying though, if another referee's officiating, because you know how all other
we would never know,
there's
bro.
different referees.
They
Yeah,
say
I
the
know.
same thing about Buster Douglas.
That's like saying
Mike Tyson.
if Floyd would have hit, if it was another referee and Floyd would have hit Victor Ortiz like that, would they have disqualified him? All that shit is fucking theories. So break down the fight. Screw all these theories.
Yeah, all these theories. Like if my aunt had a dick, then she would be my uncle.
That's what Wilder fans is. Everything is a theory coming up. Theory. Break down the fight.
What about that Wilder situation where that excuse he had with the heavy costume? He coming in heavier, so
that's his fault.
How is his legs gonna respond?
That's
How
his
is his leg
fault.
gonna respond to the No, I'm saying though, he was complaining about the weight, but he's coming in heavier though. He was complaining about the costume shit.
Well, that's different. That's different.
Different.
He's talking.
No. Yeah, I'm on some others. Yeah.
No, he's talking about literally.
I'm talking about his excuses.
No. I know it. I'm trying to answer it. He's saying that he was saying that the weight right before the fight was weighing him down. That's different than packing on a couple of extra pounds and coming into a fight.
Yeah.
That's a different thing. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't compare the two. Is now if he was in the back lifting weights right before the fight, then I would say, yo, what the hell? But
yeah,
I mean, he's coming into the fight with that weight that he's been carrying now for a couple of months.
My whole point is like common sense. You didn't try the uniform on. They didn't tell you what the uniform made out of.
Johnny, hold up. That's not a legitimate argument because even though you tried the suit on, you didn't do a ring walk with the suit on. You don't know.
Walk around circles.
You don't know how it's gonna affect you until fight night.
You're gonna tell if it's heavy.
Nah,
that's true. Like this is a whole costume out there.
Yeah, but you might say this is a little heavy, but I'm only walking out to the ring. It's not a big deal.
But my whole point is.
But maybe you
that as an excuse.
Listen. You've been in professional fights. You be standing in the back waiting for them to call you out to walk to the ring. Sometimes you standing there for longer than you think you're gonna stand there, and then you gotta walk.
But my whole point is you can't make that an excuse, and you took that. Oh yeah, now my looks lame.
I mean, I don't think that was a valid. I don't think that was a valid excuse, but I do think that there might have been some issue there. Why not?
I believe it could have been.
Yeah, it could have been an issue. It could have been heavy.
I could see like the weighted vest, like when you put a weighted vest on or something like that. Yeah, you feel it in your shoulders after you take it off and all of that.
You know, I feel like he might have underestimated the costume and overestimated himself. Like, it's heavy, but it's only a ring walk. Not thinking like, yo, I'm gonna get gassed out. You feel me? Like that was an honest mistake in my opinion.
They might have took the oomph out of him.
Any excuse and it never happened. The only excuse that I think is legitimate, anything when it comes to when you in that ring that people understand. If they clearly see you get injured in the ring.
I think the only valid thing that he had was that outfit. But that's something you got to keep to yourself.
I was getting ready to ask you that.
Fault.
I was getting ready to ask you that.
That's your fault. That's your fault.
Out of all the things he said happened against him in that fight when he lost, what was a legitimate one?
His outfit.
Yeah, that was the most legitimate. But you know what? I agree with. Look, I've worked with fighters that fought with injuries before. that didn't talk about the injuries after they lost. You see what I'm saying? But I knew they were injured going in, but they decided to fight anyway. You know,
right.
So I just think that those situations are situations where you got to chalk it up. Maybe your inner circle might know why you lost, but for you to go public and use this and that, I mean, I just think that that's a lack of character. Like, dude, it is what it is. You gotta chalk that.
Do, in your opinion, though, do fighters really come in 100%? Like,
No, we're never 100% going into a fight. It's rare. I ain't gonna say never. 98% of the time, like there's some little nagging
you
injury
have
that
something,
happened during
you're like,
sparring.
you're not 100% though.
Yeah, like you didn't threw a body shot and they elbowed you
Physically
in
not 100.
your forearm or something. So now your shit's sore. You know what I mean? But it's fight week now. You can't focus on that. Like you just go.
But
You just
also,
go
you
with
gotta look at it. Making weight puts a lot of wear on your body.
Yeah, if you do it the wrong way.
Yeah, but they're not making weight, Johnny.
I know, but I'm just saying,
they
like
a
when he
heavyweight.
says not like 100%.
No, I was asking in general. It was a general question about when fighters come in. He was talking about Wilder was talking about injuries. I was saying I'm not a boxer or nothing like that. But when you come in and it's fight week, are you coming in 100% all the time?
No, he just answered that. He said no.
Yeah, no. I was talking. I ain't showing my.
That's a lot of the reason. That's a lot of the reason why they have 8 to 10 week camps. It's not that you need 8 to 10 weeks to train for a fight. You really only need like 4. But it's to give room for things going wrong in the camp. Say you hurt your arm and you can't spar for a week. You got 8 to 10 weeks, so it's okay for you to take a week off to rest your arm. It's okay for you because you still got time. But if you leave it to that 4 weeks, now you can't really take off because you got to keep going.
Sports
you only
guy
got
said
4
Wilder
weeks.
hands down. Thank you for the super chat. Sport guy said Wilder is gonna win hands down.
That's cool that he rooting for Wilder.
All the Wilder fans, there's like really no like legit like people that like even though they say that, then he'll get on here and talk and it'll be a maybe, or they'll clearly say that Wilder is the better fighter, but he got the puncher's chance. That's luck. Just like,
all right, if I paid you to come up with a game plan for Wilder, what would it be?
I wouldn't accept that money because I can't.
I mean,
oh shit!
I don't know what can you tell him if you're in Malik position. What can you tell? You can't switch too much out of Wilder. I mean, I would just say try to go to the body more. I don't know. Like
I'm not taking that. I'm not taking that assignment.
With all of Wilder's strengths, since he really not a body puncher, but like, what can you're not taking that assignment?
That's what this is what I'm saying.
What about you?
I'm not taking that assignment because it ruins my legitimacy as a trainer. Because I already know going in, there's nothing that I could teach him. There's nothing that I could do to make him win this fight. He can't beat that guy.
Do you think with Malik, Wilder should have took one tune-up?
Yeah, he said that earlier.
Yes, I think more than one.
Yeah, well, Steve. I think Steve said
I don't know.
What about you, Coach Ant?
I mean, listen, I don't think there's much that you could do with Wilder. So, what I would take the assignment without a doubt. I disagree with Steve on that. I would take the assignment because, like I said before, a few times on this show today, he can get the right hand there. So my goal would be different ways to get the right hand there. I would figure out different drills that we can work on to get the right hand there. That's always been his only chance. So I'm not going to try to reinvent the wheel. All I'm going to do is try to figure out different ways that we can get the right hand there. He wasn't going to win the fight any other way at any other point in his career anyway. So let's get the right hand there one way or the other. Let's get strong. I think they did the right thing by getting strong. Let's be able to muscle ourselves on the inside when we tie up, and let's try to get back to a good distance so we can get the right hand off. That's really the only thing you can do with him.
But do you take that fight right away? Immediate
I mean,
rematch.
I don't think you could turn down. I don't think you could turn down that fight if it presents itself, because we've seen in boxing what happens when you don't fight when you get the opportunities. Sometimes those opportunities don't come back around, and then you're like, "Damn, I should have took that fight." So I think
But
they.
you take it how though? Like you take it when you're not prepared and you lose anyway.
But we've had the whole COVID. He's been, and obviously it didn't do him bad. He looks in
Yeah.
physical condition. He
Yeah.
didn't fall off as far as that. He had plenty of time to get back in his own mind.
Yeah,
It's not like it happened in 90 days. We're talking about over a year since they fought.
Yeah, but he never got to do this new stuff against anybody in front of a crowd under pressure. He never got to do this stuff against anybody. And he's going to try to do it against this guy to just beat the
So
fuck
Steve,
out of him
in
twice.
Malik's position, the check they about to get, you wouldn't have took it?
That's his best friend. He got to.
But this is the only thing, Steve. They fought before twice. It's not his first time. It wasn't his first time. This ain't his first time fighting him, and it's not his second time fighting him. It's his third time fighting him. I mean, and he's already put him on his ass. So if you feel that you've improved, and you already know you've put this guy on his ass a few times, what's to say you can't do it again? I think I would take the fight. Yeah, because they've had plenty of time. What do you think? He's going to fight two other guys and get much better? He's not going to get much better if he fought two other ducks anyway.
But no. It's not that he'll get much better. It's like, all right, say you show him the jab and the check hook. Say you show him that. He gets to do that in succession against a duck in live action in front of a crowd on TV to get the confidence in doing it to where he ain't got to think about it. It's a reaction now. That's just it becomes a part of him. You see what I like? It becomes a part of him. Right now, he's manufacturing it that night. Like he's thinking about what it is that he's about to do.
You don't think he's doing it in sparring? Whatever he's learning?
He's doing it against John Doe in sparring. There's no pressure there. There's no pressure.
Who's John Doe? I never heard of this guy. Nice stop.
Yeah, they took the tag out. They pulled
a
out
missing
the
persons
slab,
of John
took the tag
Doe.
off their toe.
Damn. Hold on. Now
they
that's
said go to
that's
camp.
now. Did they mention sparring partners and all that for both camps? Like all of them?
Did you see that? I seen a picture. Did you see the picture?
No. He said John Doe. No, I'm asking if they get.
I'm
they
just
got
saying.
anyone that would be helpful.
Ferry sparred the better talent than Wilder.
All right.
If you ask
What's
me.
the most notable fighter Wilder had in camp for a sparring? Y'all know?
He had Jared Anderson.
I
he
know
had
one.
FA, all them.
I know one.
Wilder had Jared Anderson and who?
No, I thought you said what you call Ferry.
No, I'm talking about Wilder.
I know
for
one.
Most notable. All right.
I know one that his name was Dan Martz. He's from West Virginia, and I'll get over on him.
Did he fight? Did he spar the guy that Konecki fighting?
Hellenius?
Yeah.
He was there. He was there.
That's probably his biggest name that he like the best sparring partner right there.
Yeah, that was the best sparring partner. That was one that I did forget.
And he's a big ass stiff.
But this is the thing though. No,
I
he's all right.
just think that Wilder.
No, but he throws a lot of punches though. I give him that. He throws a lot of punches.
No, he could box a little bit. He outboxed Dillian White.
Yeah. He throws a lot of punches. He's an active heavyweight though.
Dillian White, I like him, but he is stiff too.
John.
William Furry used to call them stiff idiots.
Oh shit. Stiff idiots. I'm done.
Nah, actually, Dillian was cool with Fury at one point. He was out there in camp with us.
Yeah, I like Dillian White.
He big dog. He big
His
dog.
skill is
We got a question. We got a question. So Wilder, KO, Fury, where do you rank him?
What, pound for pound?
Yeah.
All time?
I don't know about all time. I don't know if that's an all time question. Is that an all time or current sport guy?
Pound for pound.
If Wilder was a knockout,
was that
Fury would be
heavyweights
the
for
number one
heavyweights?
heavyweight right now.
If
He's
Wilder
obviously
knocks
gonna be
Wilder, right?
He's obviously going to be a champion, right? Not undisputed, but
Yeah, he'll be he'll definitely have to be. Yeah, he'll definitely have to be number one in the heavyweight.
he'll definitely be in he'll definitely be in the top 10 all time.
Top 10 all time, Fury? Wilder?
Yeah, if he pulls this off.
Wilder?
Yeah.
Wilder probably got the hardest right hand of all time. Because think about it, if he didn't have that right hand, shit.
Yeah, he's like you know who else had one like that?
Yeah,
At the
he
lighter
won't be able
weights.
to get out of trouble. Who?
Randall Bailey.
Yeah, Randall Bailey could crack.
Yeah,
that
Randall
that
Bailey.
was one name. I'm glad that they never
Pound
threw
for
up.
pound for pound, who hits harder, him or Wilder?
I think you got to give it to Wilder.
Wilder.
I think so. Don't get me wrong, Randall Bailey was a beast, but
Randall Bailey retired my man Mike Jones.
But Wilder's different.
He said my man Mike Jones.
You remember Mike Jones was winning that fight?
Yeah.
Yeah, he
was
was.
winning the whole thing. Got clipped.
Yeah, that
But
was
yeah,
bad
Wilder
Jones.
didn't have that right hand, man. I don't know what the fuck.
But we wouldn't be talking about him right now if he didn't have that right hand.
Exactly. That's why I say he the hardest. He has the most explosive punch of all time. Because his technique is terrible.
He wouldn't be in this. He wouldn't be in this position if he didn't have the right hand. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but listen, Ricardo Mayorga beat Vernon Forrest twice, so we can't always go with skill. You know what I'm saying? Boxing is much deeper than skill. You know what I mean? And you know that, Steve. I'm sure you box guys. I'm sure you box guys in the past who didn't have more skills than you, but were a fucking nightmare. Where you'd be like, man, I don't want to spar this motherfucker. I don't want to box this guy. You know what I mean? You know, and they were less skilled.
You know,
Mayorga had a more skill set than Wilder.
You know who I hated sparring? Blair Cobbs.
Yeah, I know Blair.
One of the most difficult, awkward. He was athletic. He wasn't the most skilled, but he was strong, and he just bounced around. He never
very fast.
Yeah. I would just wait for my shot to clip him, and I would clip him with hooks, and then that would slow him down. You know what I mean? Because it was wobbling. But other than that, it was hard to, you know what I mean? Because he's bouncing around everywhere and just doing all kinds of awkward.
I used to watch him spar with Witherspoon's son at Shooters, man. He used to do him bad sometimes, man.
Yeah.
Blair to Flair. Woo.
Yeah, I remember that.
Man, Blair to Flair.
I used to spar with Lil Tim. And that was.
We gotta keep everything in the gym, man. What happened in the gym stays in the gym.
Let's not forget that Fury and AJ didn't fight Ortiz. That's because Fury and AJ wasn't really in the WBC rankings. They was mainly the IBF WBA. Bro.
Who cares about that?
Let's not forget that Fury and AJ didn't fight Ortiz. What do you mean by what does that mean, Sport? I'm not sure what Yo,
I just answered that question.
Yo, you was supposed to get in.
We're not biased.
Because people forget.
Hey, Mr. Raphael.
Yeah, people forget.
I'm not
the Klitschko's when the Klitschko's dominated, Vitaly only had the WBC, Vladimir had the rest of the titles. Then when Vitaly retired, that's when that bullshit Areola versus Stavern happened. And Luis Ortiz was in the WBC rankings. Fury and them didn't come up. They went through the WBA and IBF. That's how Joshua got the fight against Charles Martin.
AKA
If Fury didn't go on that mental breakdown,
like
Joshua probably wouldn't have been champion. Because you remember the IBF tried to strip him, you know the politics.
He said, bro, I ain't talking about nothing.
There ain't no more. There's no more Wilder. There's no more Wilder guys out there.
Man.
Tell him to bring his ass up then if we ain't talking about nothing. He watching shit.
Yeah, facts. Get up in here, man. State your mind.
Facts, God.
You heard?
He's
Hold on. We got
Wilder.
somebody pulling up. Hold on, remote. Let me see something real quick.
He's definitely a Wilder guy.
If you got a bet,
Hold on.
He's definitely a Wilder guy.
Sir.
You already know I'm with that one.
You got
echo.
You already know I'm with that one.
You
already know I'm with that one.
This joint playing back.
Got a little echo. You gotta let him in and out.
This thing was playing back.
Yeah, yo, y'all gotta, when y'all come in here to these chats, y'all gotta have the computer off or whatever it is, because there's a serious echo, and we can't hear what you're saying.
That's the sign right there that Wilder gonna get fucked up.
But I'm when the Wilder thing though, I am with Coach Ant though. I am nervous for Fury though, because you know the whole power thing. So
he said
definitely got Fury,
UK heavyweights are better than USA.
I am with Coach Ant though. I am nervous for Fury though.
You gotta turn the computer off or whatever's in the background. There you go. I don't hear nothing now. Stephen, what's good? Stephen, holla at me.
Is that the Curry guy?
Yeah, trying to give him a chance. Trying to give you a chance, Stephen.
Come on, Stephen Curry. You was talking all that shit.
He said we was biased.
Yeah, I guess he fought like Steph did on that 3-1 playoffs.
Oh man.
All right, I gotta kick my boy Stephen, man. You gotta get your situation together if you want to pull up in here, y'all.
But yeah, somebody said the UK heavyweights are better than the USA. Only Fury.
Right now, can't argue against that.
Yeah, that's why I said only Tyson Fury right now.
No, I'm just saying. Look at
even
the Olympics.
Yeah, everybody from the UK is in the USA right now. Who we got over here besides Wilder?
I mean, you got Jared Anderson them coming up.
He ain't proved nothing yet. Who else we got? We got Michael.
No, I'm talking about all this.
Yeah, man.
We got Michael Hunter. Who lost to Usyk.
Yeah, Michael Hunter.
Who else we got?
Usyk ain't UK.
It's still Europe.
All that stuff over there.
Usyk is what is.
Who y'all like? Y'all like Dillian White over Michael Hunter?
You're gonna be from Australia. I'd be like, oh yeah, he from the UK.
Y'all like
yeah, geographically, I'm not that good either.
Y'all like Dillian White over Michael Hunter?
Michael Hunter got to do more as a heavyweight, but I think Michael Hunter's a fantastic fighter. But I just think he needs to keep, fight a few more heavyweight fights.
He can beat Dillian.
Oh, y'all forgot about Eddie. Look, we got Eddie Chambers. How dare y'all? Yo, y'all forgot.
Yeah, he said we got Eddie. He said you got Eddie.
Eddie, my man, but he been inactive.
We got Eddie now. We got Eddie, man. Come on, man.
Eddie got Mohawk.
Eddie's technically UK though. He get more love in the UK.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eddie's UK now, man. He left.
Eddie be saying good day, mate,
What
and everything.
about what about these undercards? How y'all feel about the undercards?
The great undercard.
Who's on the undercard? Because I don't even know.
That Frank
Like
Sanchez versus Efe gonna be a good fight.
Sanchez,
there's a
yeah.
Jogba.
Then Kowanaki against the guy, the stiff Johnny was
Julian
talking about.
fighting. Julian Williams is
Julian's
fighting.
on the card.
Your man
Edgar
Berlanga, I know
Berlanga's
y'all
on the card.
rooting for Berlanga.
Berlanga.
He's on the card?
Edgar Berlanga's on the card.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
on the
more
what is
person.
he on the ESPN Plus? And then
There's one more person.
like the prelim stuff.
Yo, would y'all say this is a
There's
good
one
time?
more.
Would y'all say this is a good time to be a boxing fan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good time to be a fan, right?
Yeah, cause all of that stuff starting to break down.
Yeah, the celebrity stuff, the celebrity boxing stuff, and all of
Well,
that
no,
going
not
on.
that, not even that, not even that. I'm saying all of the political, like, oh, Heyman can't fight this or whatever. Like you see Sean Porter's fighting Crawford, like they gotta fight because there's nobody to fight.
That's true.
I'm happy to hear it's going to be a great card, man. I'm really excited to hear that.
Yeah, this would
Yeah,
be
this is
the
the
first
first time I can actually see myself watching a pay per view in a while from the start.
Yeah, I'll say in years, bro, for a good card.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a good card though.
This is the best card.
Stephen Curry coming back in or nah?
No, I think Stephen Curry's a dub for tonight. So yo, listen, man, I'm gonna end this now because I gotta get some rest. I got stuff to do in the morning. I want to have energy to do this tomorrow night. So if y'all around after the fight, pull up in here. That goes.
Yo, slide up to the crib.
Say that again.
Yeah, I'm gonna be back because.
Yeah. We got to talk about the aftermath. So, we're going to have some fun tomorrow and talk about that. I appreciate everybody for pulling up, man. Thank you guys for pulling up.
All right.
I'm going to see y'all tomorrow, man. Y'all already know.
Have a good one.
All right.
Yes, sir.
All right.
So y'all already seen, man. We had some fun. I had my peoples pull up, man. That was definitely a lot of fun. Gary Goo, just for your FYI. This guy. Yeah, man, guys, I appreciate everybody for pulling up. You guys made a lot of fun, man. You guys made a lot of fun. I was on this live for 3 hours and 42 minutes. So if you guys are just pulling up now, you're going to be able to go back and watch this whole thing. We had all types of people come up in here tonight, talk. We talked boxing. It was respectful. It was fun. Wilder fans came in. Fury fans came in. I had the CA Power Hour 75% off the whole time. It's really the CA Power 3 hour. You know what I mean? The CA Power 3 hour. Literally left the sale on this whole time. I'm going to leave it on until I press that end broadcast. So if anybody wants to go ahead and chop it up, if you're watching this, you're going to get the 75% off. Leave it that way. And we will be back here tomorrow night. I'm going to make sure that I'm back here tomorrow after the fight. I want to say thank you guys. And you guys already let me know what you guys think. It's about 50-50. It's about 50-50 on who you guys are thinking going to win. A lot of you guys said Fury. A lot of you guys said Wilder. I just say let the best man win. You feel me? And you already know.